And God's word's been treating me very well. I'm healthy, strong, and about to knock Errol Spence out in Jesus' name.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Hey, Daddy, this is Dollar Beat.
BoxingVoice.com. No matter what nobody say, man, spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, the kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, you know, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar over. I feel like
In Jesus' name.
I feel like he was straight up and down, no really no
In
special
Jesus'
effects.
name.
BoxingVoice.com. How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for $300 million, and I made $350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on the app. BoxingVoice.com. I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
Good morning, TBV. Back like we never left you, because we didn't. It's another one fresh off the Thursday preview and predictions. If you haven't made your picks on TBV's Fantasy League, well, then you're like Doomy, ranked 20 or 30. Not like me, top 10, because I get it right. Like this week, and it's going down where we separate ourselves. Time to put the women and children to bed. Number one, step up. That is I and my Jimbe. I guess you could sprinkle in some Brandon and Naja. Whatever. Yo, we're back. And we're here to talk about the big fish, okay? Not the big fish of boxing, because we all know that's Canelo the Shark. But this is the big fish of the welterweight division. The pay-per-view draw. The only one doing successful pay-per-views. Actually, the only one making history, right? A lot of people don't want to give him credit for being one of the only fighters I know. I'm not no history guy, David Maldonado, New York City, where you at, stand up. Let us know who else has done 3 consecutive pay-per-views since their pay-per-view debut. Not even Floyd, okay? I don't know who. But I'm not saying it hasn't been done. I'm saying one of the few to just be like, we doing pay-per-view. Next fight, pay-per-view. The next fight, pay-per-view. What does that mean? That after Danny, it'll be pay-per-view if Danny doesn't upset him? I mean, big fish.
I think Floyd did do that.
Crazy. Look it up, champ. I've been did this research. You wildin'
Oh,
right
you did?
now.
Okay, my bad.
You wildin'. You wildin'.
I believe you. I
Francis,
believe you,
what it do?
Chief.
Canada. New Jersey. Alex, what up? Mario, Corpus. Fellas.
What up, E?
Good
Oh, we
morning.
chilling this morning, Ness. We chilling.
Good morning.
Talking
Good morning.
big fish. Big fish.
Yeah, because after Gotti, I think Floyd fought somebody off pay-per-view, like somebody, look it up, though. Yeah, no, what Earl is doing is huge. It's huge, man, what he's doing.
No, it's huge. I mean, even if
do this.
Floyd did it, you're talking about Floyd Mayweather.
Nah,
the
but he
bar
didn't.
and standard.
But he didn't.
So-
And if you check it, I think even
This ain't
Earl, even Earl came.
You're right, Shamba Mitchell.
I think Earl came super close to Floyd's legitimate first pay-per-view with Gotti number, or surpassed it. Meaning Earl's first pay-per-view, I think, did more than Floyd's, or 25,000 buys less. I'm not 100% sure. Haven't checked that in a while, but the boy is a big fish for real. You know what I mean? He showed us that by showing the level of interest that he has. People had Porter perceived as this fighter that wasn't made for pay-per-view. Even Earl clowned on him and said he wouldn't get on pay-per-view. Bob Arum came out and said that his style wasn't friendly, that he'd rather Crawford fight Urgas. Remember that. And then Earl turned that into a successful pay-per-view. And I think that that's why we're here today, because Jerry Jones sees the business in Earl, and he's seen that way back when he had to make the mandatory versus Ocampos. He's seen that when he invited him to Mikey, and he was trying to entice Pacquiao in another fight with Earl, maybe in the same stadium. But that stadium, or that, location area, that Cowboy Stadium owner is rumored to be bringing Earl and Danny back. The possibility of this fight, Errol Spence Jr. versus Danny Garcia, the Philly Rican, possibly at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas, with a live crowd. Now, Dallas just had... what? Live crowd. Tweak that soundbite. Yo, Dallas just had 20,000 people in that arena for football. So, Earl and Danny could essentially have a huge fight. And if this pops off, who's to say that Las Vegas isn't dragging their feet with Wilder Fury and they change that to Texas? Yeah.
Ooh. Yo, that would be dope. That would be dope. I would love it. Listen, we had talked about this from the moment that we had heard that, Cowboy or AT&T Stadium, it was going to be hosting fans. I got to see the game last week. We beat Atlanta. Shout out to Intrigue. And, they were spread out really nice. I think that that was a football field. Like, I can't imagine how much more people you could pack in when you got the ring at the center and there's seats around it. They even bring in those bleacher style seats. So this is definitely doable, more than doable.
25% capacity, that's 20,000. Could they sell out?
Hell yeah. My man did
definitely.
14,000 with Ocampos and 48,000 with Mikey. He will clearly sell out with the Puerto Rican in Danny. Especially capping them at 20. They blowing it out the water. Listen, I just went to a restaurant, right? Indoors. So you know how you like that? You want a booth, sir? So it's every other booth. They got a little chain. Like at the Great Adventures line, like, oh, you can't go this way. That's it, bro. Everybody's adapting. So all I can see is 3 chairs with a chain, and then 3 chairs available. 3 chairs with a chain, 3 chairs available. You want to get safer? Go 4 in between. Skip a row. If I'm in A, you can't be in B, you in C, and so on and so forth. Whatever needs to be done, we could get it done, especially in that big-ass stadium. Spread them out, turn the Jumbotrons on.
Listen, that's even amazing. We're talking about this in September. We still got like a month, almost 2 months to go. So that number can also increase. They definitely.
Oh, you mean like the percentage of capacity can get better?
Yeah, it can get higher.
He's right. Sure. That's a good point.
As it becomes more safer, right? They feel it's more safer. You can bring another 5,000 in. Okay, we experiment with another 5,000. That's now 30,000.
How much is tickets looking like, though?
Yo, before we even go into tickets, think about that. Before we even go into tickets, the UK just got told yesterday they can't do this. While we're here saying this, maybe Matchroom USA also needs to start thinking about, can we see the return of AJ, in America, because he can't do tickets over there. Like, what are you going to fight Pulev in the backyard for with no tickets when you can fight Pulev in America again? And maybe someone gives you a big site fee. And, yeah, maybe you don't sell out. Maybe you do.
That's what's amazing about it.
Hey, does the UK crowd follow, though, with all this?
Well, I don't know. Yeah. Travel bans, though.
Oh, if they can, you're right.
You got to do a lot. You got to take those COVID tests before and after. It's a lot.
I think that squashes a big influx of the usual crowd that we usually see when they're fighting in America.
You're definitely right.
Not if we're changing subject to AJ, because if we're changing subject to them, remember, they're dealing with pounds. Their money is already like 30 to 50 cents more when they get here, so they'll be willing. The $75 they got to pay in a COVID test is nothing to them when they come here, because it's actually less.
I think it's just more risky, that the risk that they're taking, essentially, to travel, to come see, to come to America to catch it.
I think
here's the thing, though, Doomy, they can save face by going to the Frank Irwin Center. No, the Honda. No, I forgot. There's another Dallas where the Stars play, right? The hockey team, and that's a smaller arena. It's only set for like 10, maybe 12,000 people. So like they could save face in there. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't have to be a thing where they'd have to max out or try to max out Cowboy Stadium at all with percentage.
People are dying to go to an event. This can definitely sell out with no problem. People What? And it's a fighting event? Are you kidding me? People are dying to go to a patio to have a beer.
Word.
You're gonna give me an opportunity to go to an event, and we're talking about two great fighters in Errol Spence, who's on his comeback. Everybody want to see. Do you want to see it live, or do you want to see it on TV? What does he have? No, I want to see the eye test up close. I want to see for myself.
Is it me? Is it me, or should they have been like using that car crash in the promo? Like trying to push him as a larger than life character, as a dude that's coming back from this adversity.
That's trying to promote
a superhero.
Hancock.
Yo, remember
I look
it was
at it
attached to that accident. It wasn't just that.
I hear you, but you don't gotta say that. You don't gotta say that. You can just show the accident. Say what a horrific, tragic accident he walked away from. This badass.
I get it.
Welterweight.
I get it.
And then just like the certain
different, then maybe
you got to do the pan. You do the pan. You do the pan like, from the toes up. You show the Earl from the toes up, kind of like light behind him. You know what I'm saying? The big head, and he's just like, you know what I mean?
You're trying to cast Hancock too, bro. What are you doing right now?
Bro, I'm like, paint a picture. I paint a perfect picture.
Because you got to stop the media from speaking about the other side of what really was the reason why he got into it was amazing for him to survive, but at the same time, is him going back to the top gonna make him do something like this again? That's the other side of the story that they're gonna try and talk about as well too.
He learned his lesson. Everybody knows
I don't know
that.
if they would take it in the promo there, but I'm just thinking of visuals. When John Jones, I don't know if y'all remember, he had on the night he was fighting, he saved a woman from getting mugged, and they had shown like a clip of it. Yeah, it was in New York. They showed a clip of it, right? But he was just on the guy's chest. It was very, very calm and tamed, and you could just talk about it.
Well,
but to
hell
show
yes,
the
John
actual
Jones.
clip of Errol Spence, it's so violent. Like, I can't imagine them using that for the promo.
Hey Mario, if John Jones is holding you by your chest, wouldn't you be calm?
Oh yeah, of course.
Let me ask you guys a question.
It's it was like easy to watch. It wasn't like he beat the shit out of him, or you know what I mean.
Let me ask you guys a question. The three of you dudes are freaking cheaters on boxing and all date the same MMA girlfriend. That being said, how would it be different from John Jones? Because I don't know MMA, but I know that he tested for coke, and I know it was over and over in the media. So was that them being mean to him and smearing his name, or was that the UFC using whatever took place to still promote it? I remember being live at Vegas, and I think his fight got canceled because of the coke, because Floyd was fighting the same night, or somebody was fighting the same night, and maybe his UFC fight got canceled because of the coke. All I'm saying is, I knew about the coke, and it made him bigger, so to speak. Like, I didn't know John Jones, but I knew that his fight got canceled that same week that it was a big boxing because of coke. That's all I'm saying. So people like, yo, you off base. Don't bring that up, because then they gonna bring up the DUI. But it's like, I thought all publicity was good publicity.
Yeah, I think the publicity of the fight itself, like, I think this is a fight you could just promote on its shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, this promotion can stand its own feet. Danny Garcia, like, normally I'd say, okay, well, Spence, I think, needs a strong B-side, like a Mexican for Texas. Not in this case. I think that Danny Garcia is very well recognized by the Hispanic population, or Hispanic fan base in boxing, specifically that of the Mexicans, Americans that live in Texas. So I think they're good, man. Like, is it part of the storyline? Sure, but I think it should be after the story, because the story is either he's done and that crash took everything, which that promotion now seems sad and tragic, as opposed to him winning and coming back and then being able to promote it. Like, look how, this guy's Superman.
You would have to lead with the family. You would have to lead with his family. That would be the only way that, to pull on the heartstrings of the people, is with his mom, his dad, his two little girls. The promotion would have to gear that way, and why the accident was so amazing.
But that's how you do it, Francis. You on 24/7. You show the two girls playing in the backyard. You see Earl playing with his daughters. Then you see the Ferrari going fast. They could give you a little shot of like Earl chilling. There's a lot of shots of Earl chilling with Broner and Javon. Little shot showing you he chill. But it's a life lesson that he's using his his mistakes.
I see your point.
Hold on,
see
champ. Hold on. He's using his mistakes so that we don't make it, right? So they show you the family man, right? Then they show you the fast driving. Then they show you that fast life, and then the accident. Now this is his comeback, and it's like, yo, even a champion at the highest level can make the same mistake. Yo, they could have used him as a fucking commercial for DUI if you really want to get with it. Like, yo, even I'm not exempt. You know, money doesn't change everything for everybody. What you mean? He could have lost his life.
Those are not the sponsorships they're thinking about.
Oh man, y'all wildin'. Yo, I think it's amazing.
He said a DUI commercial.
Yo, I think it's amazing that he walked away from that.
Nike, that's trying to get people signed to like
Hey,
yo,
the bag is the bag, eh? The bag is the bag.
I'm just saying, dog, listen, it's awareness. And how do you bring awareness? By using a celebrity. And also, it is a miracle, gentlemen. Y'all, like, you see, people want miracles, and they like, yo, why we don't get David parting the fucking, Moses parting the Red Sea? What about Errol Spence walking away from this accident and about to fight? That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all laughing at me, but how many fucking people walk away from what we seen in that, and y'all laughing? That's what I don't understand. Hold on. That's what I don't understand. Something this miraculous, how could you not glorify it just because it has a little bit of taintedness with the alcohol, bruh?
With
like,
no broken bones, huh?
Because the story's not over, though. Yeah, listen, the night is over. That night, that tragic night, it's over. But the story's not, and it's every bit of the promotion. You asking why shouldn't they promote it? It is part of the promotion. Every media outlet, every writer I know has covered at least an aspect of it, and some of them have gone deep on it. Now, why don't they put it in the video? Why doesn't PBC promote it? I think because you got to understand the continuity of this. This is Errol Spence, climbing up the ladder to become the next big thing, chasing, the ultimate prize. Yes, it humanizes him, but to a degree, it could bring on like a negative light for him. Plus, to sell it the way you want, that can't be done on a poster, champ. That can't be done on an 8-second video, promo video on ESPN or Fox while the Cowboys are playing. It can't be done. They could show it, but all it is a horrific accident without any context. They don't have the time to explain what really is going on. All they say, whoa, what the hell? A car just flipped on my TV. So, it is part of the narrative. It's just not part of PBC's promotion of it.
And look, and I kept saying, and I wasn't just trying to flat out cut you off by just agreeing with you, Ness. I was just saying, like, I understand where you were coming from with the whole, dramatization that could, definitely interest so many, you know what I'm saying, and the life story. But in all the good things that you painted that could be done, is whether or not Earl wants that spotlight on that, is how they want to feel moving forward, and how the promotional company in its entirety wants to handle that, And if you really look at it, even though it's a great story, because after it, he came out alive and he speaks on, it was a wake-up call for him, And I can see how all those relations could attract people, but they just rather not, They'd rather not. Hoy!
Remember, that's not to cut you off. It's a message that after you're done, we have a producer's note. Shout out to David Maldonado, always listening, which makes me even more happy because now I can rely on you to help us with this type of information. Like I said, I'm not a historian. He didn't have to dig too deep to find the answer, so shame on the co-host. He says Canelo done 2 or rather 3 pay-per-views in a row since his first pay-per-view headline when he fought Floyd. After that, Angulo pay-per-view and Laura, which is 3, just like Earl. But, again, that's only showing you how big a fish Earl is. That Floyd didn't do it. Pacquiao didn't do it. I don't believe Oscar did it. But Canelo and Earl are. Now,
big fish.
You could fact check me on Oscar because that might be, I might be wrong. Oscar was a hell of a star, but he was also being driven by Top Rank, who, do they really do back-to-back pay-per-views unless your name is Pacquiao? I don't know.
Call me Big Fish.
Word. He is, though. I mean, look, I'm kind of happy it's in the stadium. I wish it wasn't now so close so that we could have did something around it. But hey, man, who knows? Maybe we could sneak in an appreciation night. That's literally a month after Border Wars. You know what I mean? But
yeah, no, definitely.
But it's a huge fight. Like, that's one of the perfect times for an appreciation night around a Danny and Errol fight. Come on,
that's huge.
Last time we had an appreciation night, Danny donated like 35 shirts to us, and Thurman like 50. You know, to give out an appreciation night. So I don't know.
Listen, this fight's a massive, massive fight. What makes it even bigger right now with the whole pandemic is we get an opportunity for those who can afford it to go to a stadium and watch it live versus on TV. So you're in the building to watch the return of Errol Spence against, a good puncher and Danny Garcia. This fight is, man, they just sweetened the pot with this whole AT&T move, man, with the fans.
Well, this is all rumor. These are sources. Let's give out those facts, right? So according, sources tell Dan Canobbio from Compubox and I think Boxing Insider that PBC and Fox has a plan in place to move Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia to the AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas, in an attempt to secure a live crowd. Now, this is obviously something that we've been discussing here for a long time. Supermex should get a lot of the credit that he's been insinuating and, wishfully hoping that this would happen, and it's looking like it's a possibility. I just hope that this opens the door for everyone else, meaning like, I guess the end of the bubble for the bigger names. Like, we could still do the Nestor Bravos and stuff, but like, Earl and a Crawford, maybe we can do some of this, or anybody else on that level. Like, if you are a seller, if you are a ticket seller, proven ticket seller, not a guy that we think could sell tickets or he sold 5,000 tickets. No, Earl's doing 14 with a mandatory. You know what I mean? Wilder Fury, they made 17.9 million. So we're talking guaranteed ticket sellers. You shop that fight to Jerry, So
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yep.
So for my fellow co-hosts, what would you choose? Would you choose to have 0 people in the stands or a maximum of, say, 10,000? Would you choose 10,000 or would you choose nobody?
Why are you cutting it in half? If football had 20.
I'm just giving like say.
I mean, I would choose any
available.
Number.
Any number.
Yeah, any number that they give us, really. Number. Whatever they give us, we got to take at this point. We at the mercy of the government.
Yeah, word.
I'm talking about as a fighter. As a fighter.
Oh, if you're a fighter.
Yeah, if you're a fighter.
Of course, yeah.
No, but any number
money,
for them.
Yeah.
Any number for them because they get a percentage of the gate. Certain fighters get a percentage of the gate anyway, so for them, they wouldn't care. Whatever number you bringing in is just a little bit more on that check.
I mean, some of these big name fighters, the only time they fight with nobody ever in the gym is never. There's always somebody there, whether it's your coach or, So fighting in the empty arena can be a disadvantage from hearing your fans. What I'm saying? If you can get the most fans in the building. So
I actually have been liking it, to be honest with you. I love that I can hear so much. You hear the direction from the corner during the rounds. You hear the punches. You hear the breathing. I need all that information. That's more data that you don't have when we got just the commentary plus all the live background. I love knowing that, wait, is he tired? He's breathing heavy as hell. Wait a minute. Oh, whoa. Look, the corner's telling him to do that. I like that, man. I really do.
And see, that's why I think that it would be amazing to see one of these big name fighters fight another big name fighter without a crowd. Can we get that insight that we've always wanted? When, when the microphones are not picking up all the stuff in the corner and the little nuances that he might be saying to him or the way he sounds when he takes a punch, like all those things we get now with a lower level.
Yeah, super chat by Mr. Noe G. Dallas, right? And he says, the accident will sell the fight. Earl has no problem with that as long as the money is there for him. Spence should change name to Miracle Man.
Telling y'all, man. I know
Wait,
that
who
it's
was that?
different.
That was somebody else's nickname.
I know that
Danny
it's
Jacobs.
Danny Jacobs.
Danny Jacobs,
I
my
know.
man.
I know that y'all looking at it differently, but like, what would you do if that was you? Forget that you're a champion. You're a regular man. It's just Mario. You flipped in your fucking Toyota Tercel 7 million times. Do you not think it's a miracle? Are you not happy? Are you not out there telling your testimony of how you could have lost your life? Are you not doing the same exact thing Earl is saying, and now you're looking at life and not taking it for granted and putting life into perspective? You have a testimony. Like, the fact that y'all shut that down is crazy.
Listen,
out of negativity, there could always come positivity. It's
Listen,
insane.
I'll tell you.
That's like saying a dude that went to jail has nothing to tell the youth. Of course he does.
No. You're absolutely right. I think, though, it's, I don't know. I was going to say it's different, but maybe it's not. Listen, I'll be honest right now, completely honest. And it's different because Spence has a marketability that I didn't have when I was 13. But I got stabbed when I was 13. I lost a shit ton of blood. I had to have 4 different surgeries to correct it. y'all are going to see on Border Wars. Like, I got a bunch of scars. Like, they fucked me up. It was a fight. Obviously, I lost. But, this is the first time I've ever said on the show. Ness knows about it. Doomy knows about it. But I've never said this on the show. It's always been a part of me that I wouldn't say I'm embarrassed by it, but it's just something that's, I don't know. I don't even like talking about it. The time in the hospital was, it was just awful. It was an awful time. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't know if Spence would feel that way. I don't know if he would come back to it to, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be able to, like, I get what Noe was saying, but at the end of the day, I think that that's his call. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if a promotion should take it upon themselves to, you know what I'm saying? Like, do that for him. But I don't know. Look, he can save it for the book too, by the way.
Super chat, Big Super Mech says, I called up. Jerry let him know, make it happen. Super, man.
Bro, he called it. Yo, and by the way, he said that De La Hoya's first 2 were on pay-per-view, but then he went back to HBO. Floyd went to pay-per-view, back to HBO with Shamba Mitchell, then he was straight pay-per-view.
Again, which only means that I was right, that Earl
Oh, you were right. I'm giving you the credit.
Is a phenomenon. Him and Canelo. If you thought Canelo is a cash cow, well, then look at his trajectory, because he's the only one doing that. Pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view. Not no in-betweens like Gennady Golovkin. Not no fails like Andre Ward. Straight up success. That's crazy, man.
Big EJ.
Like, there's no
Big
reason.
fish.
There's no reason to take him off. Like, if he continues to do between 275 and up, there's no reason to stop. There's no
Here's
reason.
the thing, though. If he does need like a break in between all of that, like if he's going to get a softer touch,
He
which
said
at
no
some point he
tune-ups.
deserved.
He said no tune-ups. He said
Listen,
no tune-ups.
I know he said no tune-ups now, but what I'm saying is think about him fighting Porter, Garcia, then he comes back, let's say with a Thurman, then he gets a Pacquiao fight. Then at some point he needs to get like some sort of softer touch.
Well then that's gonna stop his consecutive streak, because it'll be hard for a network to do a Stevie Forbes pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
His softer touch will be his mandatory.
Yeah.
That would be his softer
exactly.
touch. He's gonna have to take
Perfect.
a mandatory.
But he don't got a soft touch.
If you win this fight here, you got to start calling him Big EJ on the show.
No, but the thing is
De La
that
Hoya
his
went back to
mandatory.
HBO too, Ness with Steve Forbes.
Remember, his mandatory is Earl, so it ain't a soft touch. Usually, your mandatory is a dude we don't know, but not in this instance.
Earl.
Yeah, you mean Sean?
Sean.
Yeah, you meant Sean.
Super chat.
We know what you meant.
He said
Super chat, Super Mech says Canelo did go back on HBO with Kirkland though.
Yeah, but going back on HBO, Oscar did that with Forbes. That's what I'm saying. Like, we not gonna put you on pay-per-view with a Stevie Forbes. Like, Oscar did that. That's why he didn't get on pay-per-view. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, this right here is not everybody can do it, and it's impressive. Not everybody
look
can
at
do
Floyd.
it.
Floyd fought.
And
He didn't
imagine.
fight any type of, softer touch, really. Like, people can say, oh, well, look at Berto or look at this, but those are still the highest level fighters. He just happened to be that much better than all of them and made them look like, you know what I mean, a certain way. Guerrero, same thing. One of the best lightweights of that class to come up, and he just schooled him. Marquez, same thing. Like, he just kept doing it. Few people can do what he did.
Imagine Al can get him the Pacquiao fight. Then that's a guaranteed fourth, right? And we'll all pick him to beat Pacquiao. Pacquiao will have to be great again and beat him the way he did Thurman if he's going to pull the upset. But you just can only imagine that if Earl beats Pacquiao, that's the fourth consecutive pay-per-view. That's the torch passing that we didn't get with Floyd.
Yes. Yep. You're absolutely right. 100% right. I agree. And
we created our next star.
Listen, if he goes and he beats a Porter, he beat the Porter. If he goes in and then he beats a Garcia, comes back with a Thurman or a Porter, a Pacquiao, like at some point he's fought so many guys in a row that I don't know, maybe he could get away with a mandatory on pay-per-view. Like, who knows how big his star gets at that point? Floyd was hindered by the fact that a lot of people didn't pay attention to the lower weight classes, right? No, so he did some of his best work, and people were unfamiliar. At least EJ has been in the,
I'm glad you're bringing up Floyd because Floyd gave us pay-per-views we didn't want. I'm just keeping it real. I didn't ask for Guerrero. I didn't ask for Maidana. I didn't ask for Berto. I didn't ask for a lot of them shits. But Earl, he giving me what I want. I didn't want Mikey. But I was willing to pay for him and Porter, just like I'm still willing to pay for Porter. And
just like you were willing to pay for Floyd and Marquez.
I mean, I don't know that I was willing.
Not the same. But...
I don't know that I was willing back then. I remember Floyd bringing him up from like 35. I don't know that I was willing.
No. I'm saying you're saying the same thing. You didn't ask for it.
Oh yeah.
But you were willing to pay. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. I mean, I paid for it.
Big Supermax says, Canelo did pay-per-view with Angulo. That's a Forbes.
I mean, look, Angulo was a big name, and he was an HBO darling, man. He was a big name back then. People are going to laugh, but, bro, this dude had mad fights on.
Yo, he used to come in with the dog collar?
Yeah, came in with the dog collar.
It's crazy.
Bro, is that he's not that dog no more. He's so far removed from who he was when he was with Gary Shaw, bro. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And he was a darling. He was a darling on HBO. I forget who turned down. I don't know who turned down. I don't know if he turned down like 1.2 to fight Sergio or someone turned down 1.2 to fight him. But like, yo, El Perro was that dude for a little bit. He was on ESPN and then he was on HBO. And it was only big fights in his with his name, man. So, and even Al still puts him in big fights, so to speak. Like, he's still getting names. Like, he literally beat Peter Quillen. Didn't he beat Peter Quillen? I feel so bad. Like, he literally
wasn't. It was 750,000 Angulo turned down. Was that the one? There
you go. My man is on the Google today. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Let me jump in here real quick. Public service announcement. We got 260 people watching. We appreciate each and every one of you, but do us a huge favor. Help us grow by smashing the thumbs up button. Let's get them thumbs up to over 100 right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's push it. We do it together. TBB for life.
Hulk smash.
Yeah.
Yo, real quick, let me tell y'all. This Floyd Mayweather Jr. Shamba Mitchell fight. Real quick, Steve Forbes fought Julio Leon on this. Andre Ward, that's the fight. That's the card where he fought Darnell Boone and Ward got put down,
bruh.
In the fourth. That's crazy, right?
What?
That was that card with Floyd.
Oh, yo, he did beat Peter, yo. That's crazy. Ooh. In 2019, you beating Peter Quillen. Alfredo out here still kicking. He did just get his ass handed to him versus that dude Vladimir Hernandez. He put the mittens on him, bruh. Put the paws like Lil Scrappy. Remember Lil Scrappy used to say that? Put the paws. Put the paws on him. Lil Scrappy, yo. Where we at, man? I think I seen a soupy chat. Or am I wrong?
I mean, we read this Super Mex, so I think we got it.
He's triple threaded that one. So yeah, man. I mean, look, we could go to the phone lines. Remember, we got Teofimo Lopez Sr. allegedly scheduled for 12 o'clock today, so we'll be back with another one. So yeah, man. Shout out to 704 with the peer pressure.
Yo, sorry. What is Alfredo Angulo's picture on BoxRec, dude?
I know, bro. Somebody must hate him. Yo,
What?
I put that on Twitter the other day. Yo, who are BoxRec?
I had to switch out twice to see if I was wrong, bro.
Yo, you know I did the side by side of that.
Did you?
Yeah, I sent it to y'all. I'm looking through my pictures now.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember you did. I thought maybe I saw that on Twitter, but you're right. You did send that. Yo,
I was scared to
I
post
don't know who
it.
at BoxRec.
Caveman when I remember this.
Fredo, you know, somebody. Yo, I'm telling you, Angulo stole somebody's girl at BoxRec. Because there's no way somebody put that picture up and they're like, yeah, that's cool. We're gonna leave it there.
Yo, but what's wrong with that? He looks educated. He looks like he's a scientist and shit.
Oh, bro, look like he got a
like,
I'm gonna have to
he
show
looked like
it
he
now.
got progressive sponsorships. All right, that's what he looked like.
Yo, come on, man. Y'all hating on Angulo.
It's not even that. It just totally caught me off guard because I'm used to seeing El Perro. You know what I'm saying? And this is more like El Abogado. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Got
right.
that vibe around the head.
He look like a lawyer.
Stuff.
Word is bond.
Now he looking like he going door to door selling Bibles.
Yo, he looked. I mean, he looked clean cut, man. He
No,
didn't.
he's clean. Yeah.
Y'all hating on El Perro, man.
Bro.
5 o'clock shadow going.
Why
Hey,
y'all
hey,
watching?
My man got his.
Hold
bangs
on. This is important. I gotta shout out the TBV family, all the listeners. We asked to get 100 thumbs up, and we over 100 thumbs up. So I gotta give you all the props. Let's keep pushing. We still can do it. There's another 50. I know we're reaching, but let's do it.
As soon as he said Angulo got the Karen.
Yo, super chat from Boxing Expert that says, Ya llegó el papá.
Ya llegó papá laughing.
Yo, check it out.
The neutral corner. Oh, man. I'm not going to repeat that.
Yo, chat is on fire right now. Let's go.
The chat is just straight roasting.
Hold on, it's been activated, champ. Let's go. Yeah, let's not stay on Angulo's Clark Kent.
Let's go to the callers.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get them callers in here.
Word.
Yo, any final thoughts on this, guys?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, my final thoughts is that that's crazy. My final thoughts is that I'm excited to see that Errol and Danny's getting an opportunity to get some fans in the stands and put on an amazing show. Maybe get some of that back end money from the gate. I think that's amazing to look forward to. AT&T Stadium, that's massive for Errol and Danny towards their legacy of going into Hall of Fame one day. Yeah, this picture is crazy.
Yo, listen. Final thoughts. I hope that we go to Dallas. I hope it's there. It would be awesome. It would be amazing. And then maybe that entices others. Crawford and Brooke still looking for a spot. That would be crazy. Probably unlikely, but to compete.
Mario, why you trying to react in your inner?
Yeah. Oh God, Trent Jones.
Mario tried to react and not be on the show. He like, oh God. Yo.
He said, "Oh God."
He said he looked like the dude off Scary Movie in the wheelchair. Yo, that's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. Let me get out to these callers, man. Once again, Border Wars is back October 24th. If you want to be part of it, hit me up on IG or Patreon. You must be a Patreon to be involved. There are fees associated, and you don't have to have any experience. We just signed some big fights yesterday. Shout out to the two heavyweights rocking out. Our very own commissioner, he said, listen, no more rapping, time for scrapping. Big Sony, 6'3", 260 from Cincinnati versus the real Tank out of D.C. The real real Tank out of DC. 5'6", 280 coming for all. He won it all. He already
They
said,
gonna have to send their best fighter for the champ.
bruh, for those that want to judge books, my man already in the Border Wars chat saying him and the other Tank, catchweight, coming soon. Yeah, so he looking right through Sony in the back call. Because, you know, they all cheering for Sony already, you know what I'm saying?
DC stand up, Cincinnati stand up.
That's right, with my man Hawk in Maryland, you already know, DMV, y'all got to ride out for the real Tank. All right? So, yeah, we signed that fight. Plus, we got a 175-pound fight that's going to be, it's going to be as high level as the last one was for Surefire D and Sean. Well, we got another version because Adrian has been boxing for 8 years. He but runs his own gym. He hasn't specified whether he owns it. Don't want to, say anything that's not true, but he definitely runs his own gym and he has one amateur fight. So that's what he does. Then Dan the Man, that's his name, Dan the Man. And he's got a bunch of sparring experience, no amateur fights, but he wanted to go ahead and join and, get an amateur fight in, but not just a fight. He wanted to join the Golden Gloves, but COVID stopped that. So he's coming to Border Wars. He's making a name for himself. You know what I mean? And, yeah, I did get the footage of Izzy's fighter, and so did Border Wars chat. What did they say? They said Izzy secretly put a microphone on Sonny's hoodie because you could hear the power in that pad work. You know what I mean? That was Eric Cruz from Texas, also a Border Wars fighter. But yeah, I know, quick intermission. I know. I gotta do it. That's one of our, most watched programs is Border Wars. So I gotta get my cheap plug in because we're still taking on fighters. So far, I think we have like 5-6 fights already. So that's already like 12 people.
Let's go.
So yeah, man, it's growing. Shout out to Doomy, the ref. He's trying to pass that job to Steve Cunningham, yo. Steve ain't gonna get dressed up, Doomy. We need the look. Steve,
you need the bow tie in there.
But Doomy's doing my corner though. Who's gonna ref when he doing my corner?
Oh, we always find a way.
Yeah, we do.
We always find a way.
I want to do the commentary. Let me do the play-by-play. Let me do the play-by-play.
There you go.
Listen,
Mario.
No, hell no.
Mario, I need you to get to Blog Talk, and I'm gonna get to Mastermind, Cutting the Line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I'm ready!
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Hitting that refresh. Let's see where we at today, man. Only 116,223? Come on, man. I thought we was waking up to 117K. What's up, man? 117K. We could do that in one day. 117K, one day. Let's go.
One day. See, the rhymes is coming.
Yo, we need less than 800, man. Like, where everybody at? Where's the love, man? Yo, I need that sound bite, man. I need that sound bite. Ain't no love.
I'm on it.
In the heart of the city. I mean, there's 2 ones, right? It's like, where's the love? Who's got that song? Was it Fab? Anyway, we did that. We going out too.
Justin Timberlake and shit.
Where is the love?
Nah, I wasn't thinking of that. Where's the love?
No, I'm just playing. I knew you weren't.
What the hell? Let's go out to Super Mexicano.
BoxingVoice.com. Poloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, it's a beautiful morning. What up, Nas, Doomy, Francis, Mario?
Buenos dias.
Yo, let me just say, hopefully this comes through. Like I said, I sent a little message to Jerry Jones, let him know, hey, we need this. Stop playing. Cowboys out of town that weekend, no excuse. I'm excited, man. I hope it goes down. And I don't see why it wouldn't, man. In Texas, it's crazy. right now we got the state fair going on, 45 miles from where I live. People out there, riding rides like ain't shit going on. So I don't see why it wouldn't happen. It'd be great to see there. Great to see the best welterweight in boxing back finally, defending his titles. You know what I mean? The only unified champion in the division right now. So yeah, man. Hopefully everything falls into place, man, and we get this going. Maybe get an appreciation night. But if it happens, I'm gonna be there, man. So that's my call.
Supermax, thanks for calling in. We're going to go out to Boomerang in Connecticut. Coach Myers, rocking out, just listening. What's up? Coach Myers, just listening. Going out to Boomerang in NO. We call in for J-Mac Attack.
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Derek.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing. You want to bet on?
You bet 100,000 on that.
Let's bet $1 million.
Let's bet $1 million.
Yo, good morning. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Loud and clear.
Hey, shout out to Supermax. But I don't know about the best welterweight. I mean, that's just my humble opinion. Do me. Let me find out. And we having a press conference, and you talk too much trash over there. Don't be over there with no Angel Garcia, because I ain't gonna take no disrespect. Nah, what are we talking about? The fight being in Dallas. I caught half the show.
Yeah, in Dallas with 20,000 fans, though. That's the sources telling Dan Canobbio of Compubox that PBC has a plan to move the Danny Earl fight to Texas at Jerry Jones Stadium so they could hold it with 20,000 fans.
That makes sense. Jerry Jones does have the options, and he got it open to where he could accumulate some money. So that's the only spot that can hold fans and hold that money. That's a good number of fans, 20,000 for boxing. So they should do that and stuff like that. But that's my first call.
All right. We got Mr. Seattle, Washington.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Boxingvoice.com. I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believes he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, TBV family. Hey, Doobie, hit me with that soundbite.
Well, we all know what time it is.
The best part of waking up.
It's when PBC's in my cup. What's good, man? PBC fighting. Ah, fuck, I missed my exit. Man, it's raining like a bitch out here, man. I can't wait to see this fight, man. I love how PBC always makes the best fights. We ain't fighting no Scooby-Doos or no Sailor Moons. We straight up fighting, Goku and Vegeta out here. I can't wait for Errol Spence to fight, man. He's the best welterweight that I've seen fight the best. You got the people who have the first name that starts with a T and a C who ain't fighting the best. But my favorite fighters are fighting the best. I can't wait, man. I'm going to be smoking hella weed, drinking on some Hennessy, watching PBC, and then calling on TBV. That's my call.
Champ,
All right.
appreciate you.
Greatness, what up, champ? Long time no see, man. If you're just listening, sending my prayers and love to you, champ. I know you're going through some difficulties right now. Oh, you Avail, what's going on? Peace and love, what it do?
Yeah, I can hear me.
Man, you know you R2D2, but we gonna rock out.
Bless.
Yo, man. Oh, yo, bless, man. Yo, first off, man, I appreciate that love, man. I definitely needed that. You did. But I'm saying shout outs to my boxing brothers, definitely Stainless Sony reaching out to me, holding it down, man, for sure. Yo, Ness, man, you really building a boxing family, man. I can't front, man. It was definitely an emphasis in these last couple of weeks. That was me.
Nah. Blog Talk dropping
but
off
yo,
on
man.
us.
Blog Talk doing what it do, man. Doing what it do. Yo, man, but I don't got too much to say, man. That double header, the Charlos, y'all know how y'all know I definitely pay attention to the Charlos. They doing their thing. They giving the people what they want. But what's ill is a little Charlo. He not gonna like me saying Little Charlo or whatever. But y'all was speaking about Errol Spence. What's ill is Errol Spence and Danny Garcia, to me, still got the one of the best fights, like the premier fight. You feel what I'm saying? So shout outs to Errol Spence and shout outs to the whole PBC camp, man. Yo, smash that like if you haven't already, man. We striving for greatness. Yo, again, man, salute to TBV for holding it down, man, showing me love. That's for sure, man. I needed that.
Greatness, man. Keep your head up. You the man. We going out to one of the best intros, man. This one of Dollar's best pieces right here.
I'm gonna go ahead and beat up Danny Garcia.
Hey, Daddy, this a dollar beat.
You can take out that green jacket because I just took your bill. It's fly, you can't even set out an arena. The only reason you don't pay per view because you fight me. So you sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. You will not be fighting on pay per view off of me.
Yo, what up?
Machine Gun, what it do?
Hottest intro in TBV, man. I'm just saying. Hottest intro. Back to the topic, though. I really do hope they bring this to Cowboy Stadium, the pack out Cowboy Stadium up to 20,000, they said, 75% here in Texas now. It would be great. It would bring it back to a big fight feel. You know what I mean? It would have that energy. Like, I have that energy. I have the energy sort of for the Charlos, but I don't have that big fight feel for them. But I am excited for this weekend. But I feel like with more of an actual crowd in there, it would bring more of the build up to it a little better. And then obviously, you already know we'd be in the building if it would be at Cowboy Stadium. Plenty of space, roof comes up, big screen, big shows, big fights. Love it. Can't wait to get excited. For it.
You know that Texas waiting for
man.
them.
I'm down, man. I'm down. You know that
Sounds
that might be the perfect opportunity to do a Border Wars in Plainview. It's mad cheap out there. Gas like 93 cents, bruh. Yo, how Supermax getting gas for 86 cents and 93 cents a gallon? Like, I'm ready to go to Plainview. Let's go. Let's go.
Sit.
Do a big ass fight party out there. Who we got next?
Smash the thumbs up button. Smash the thumbs up button.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking like we're gonna go to Florida. Keem, you available?
Keem.
You're not available on a Danny Garcia show with a Danny Garcia intro. All right, we're going to King Amin. What up?
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Top of the morning, TBV. What it do, fellas? Fellas, what's up?
What up? Good morning, brother.
What's up?
You already know.
Listen, man. This is like, I always refer to this as the nexus of the boxing universe. Like 147, Danny Garcia, regardless of what anybody says. Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Errol Spence, and see, that fourth guy was Thurman, right? The fourth guy could be Bud. Intrigue think is Boots. You know what I'm saying? But like, that fourth guy is still always kind of been missing when it comes to welterweight, because you got the old guys like Pacquiao and Mayweather clogging it up. But the fact remains is Porter, Spence, Garcia. That fourth guy, you know what I'm saying? Because remember, Danny is fighting who? Errol Spence. So when we was talking about Spence not fighting the best of the best, he started, you need a Danny Garcia on your resume. And Danny Garcia is never going to back down from the challenge. That's why I said, even in battle bars, y'all was calling them losses. I was getting my blade sharp. You don't lose when you fighting the best. You get better. Then when you get back up, you get up and try to take somebody's head off. So shout out to DSG for being just that. Shout out to Sean Porter for being just that. Where's Keith Thurman? He probably somewhere painting, eating sushi in Japan. He got to get back to it, man. I don't know if it's silk sheets or he just doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's not a shot, but it's to say that fourth place.
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
Cutting in line. Josh, North Carolina, what's going on? Good morning.
Good morning, TBV. What's good with y'all?
What it do?
Cheers.
Well, how my audio sounds good?
You good.
All right. So what's the topic? They saying this might be a live event at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, AT&T Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Possibly.
So what? Did they say anything about the capacity?
Quarter. That means 25% of 80,000.
20,000.
20,000.
They had 20,000 in there for football the other day.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's what's up. I like to hear that, man. Anytime we starting to hear something about a live event, a live crowd at a boxing match, I guess we're progressing. So, that's what's up. Only thing I got to say about this fight is I hope Errol Spence is not full of that Henny because Danny Garcia is coming. And if his alcoholic ass ain't right, he going to get beat. Well, only thing,
E in Philly, talk to me.
What up, Ness?
What up?
Hey, man, just like you said you think Mario got a ghostwriter, I think you and Mario got a ghost beef. Bro, I be hearing you drop some stuff, and Mario would disagree with you. He goes on this long tirade, and I be like, what the hell is Mario talking about? Yo, listen, Mario, go work on that ring walk joint, man. I'm going to tell you that again. I like that joint. I think that joint going to be catchy, man. Go work on that. Next, you be giving us some great ideas about promoting and pushing boxing. That shit you said earlier about Errol, bro, that shit is live. The shit you told Mario yesterday about putting music out and maybe promoters to hear it and want to use the song, bro, seriously, like you got vision, man. What's your sign, bro?
Gemini, baby. We got ideas all day. We give them out for free.
Bro, that shit is live. Listen, promoting boxing gotta be done by the promoters. They gotta put money in the pot. Y'all remember the joint? NBA, fantastic. We need something to promote boxing. Not just every promoter, not just every fighter. Boxing. We need boxing mugs. We need boxing plates. All the paraphernalia you can think of. We need something to promote boxing, and that's not up to the fighters. That's up to the business people. Hey, what's the new brother name?
Francis.
Peace, Francis. He's a good addition to the show. I like, bro. He got good insight, man. Yeah, definitely. Hey, just like the other brother said, Ness, you built the family, bro. Got a lot of respect for you, man. Internationally, bro, you built the family, man. Peace to TBV. Mario, stop arguing all the time.
Thank you. Yo, you part of that family. E from Philly, stand up, man. Can't wait to finally meet you. That's why we need this appreciation night, man. If they gonna let fans, even if we get bougie and don't do an appreciation night, but as a community, we get a whole box. Remember how we did it, Do Me, for the Andre Ward, where it was all of us, yo. I mean, yo, that was crazy. We had like a whole floor, man. Chairs, everything. It was beautiful. Tables.
It's always love, too,
Yo, it was beautiful. Plus, they had Wi-Fi, so I went live. So you can look for it and see how many of us was it. And it's going to make you not want to miss it. Speaking of not wanting to miss it, shout out to the Pound for Pound, because he moved up from Mastermind to Pound for Pound not too long ago. So Pound for Pounds get their own little special intro around here. Let me just go ahead and sound that off real quick before I give you the message.
The champ is here!
Yeah.
The champ is here!
Pound for Pound's our champ. Yo, shout out to Killer Kells in Cali, bruh. He's coming to Border Wars again. My man hasn't missed the Border Wars since he started, and in the mastermind chat, you know, I think it was Mitty that asked him like, "Yo, Kels, what's up, bro? You really don't miss the Border Wars?" And he said after he missed our meetup in LA, and I'm assuming he talking about when we was on the rooftop. There's video of that too. Check it out on YouTube. There's video of everything. I don't be playing. He said after he missed that meetup in LA, he told himself never again. And I'm with him because that rooftop was amazing. I never forget the rooftop. And it was Wilder Fury first fight. So there was so much for that fight week. I remember, everything, man. The weigh-in was insane. It was just so much. So shout out to the Pound for Pound, Killer Kels, never missing an event. And I mean, just think about that. Like, you know, people say, yo, I'm never missing an Eagles game. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like, I'm never missing the Bulls play the Lakers ever. My man said he never missing a Border Wars or TBV event, man. Sammy Sosa time. Kels, you the effing man. Stainless effing man. Jordan in Florida, you the effing man. Anybody I'm missing, I'm not, because I'm about to pull it up. But, yo.
Kels has been in Kels been in the Border Wars everywhere,
It's
bro.
going down.
Yo, shout out to you, Kels. He lent me that belt that time for being a referee.
See? Moments, man. Moments,
he was a
man.
judge.
Yeah, bro. Moments, bro. And he's no joke, fellas. The dude, if you in that mastermind chat and you're a better, all you literally have to do is ask him to screen share his bets, because he bets on everything. That's the difference. That's why I'm not involved, because he bets basketball, all that. But I mean, my man's winning like a minimum 2,000 a week, yo. Like, he's always winning. He never loses. Like, for real, I haven't seen him lose. Like, it's always wins. He's balling out there, man. So shout out to Kels, Jordan, Stainless. I can't even pull it up. Patreon down, man. What's up with that bullshit? We going out to Majid, Orlando. What up, though?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on? Good morning.
Everybody. Yeah. About 30. I was 50 then. All right, then. Never mind. I'm good. Hey, I'm sorry about that. Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join Patreon for something. Yeah, I'm going to just start off on this one by saying we mess around. We got Paul Williams in the wheelchair. We got Diego Corrales dead. So we need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, let that story build. We done seen Shakur Stevenson, you know, his little thing before a fight and everything. So let this be part of his character. Like, people could change or something better could happen. See the positive instead of the negative. You know, like I said about any pay-per-view, tune into that one too. We got a good fight going on. Don't hate, like the video, man. And stop being so hard about people's mistakes. Everybody done made something that they don't talk about. We even got people on the thing that did Royce before, and they get an easier shot. You know what I'm saying? So be easy. Just ease up on people, man. Everybody ain't perfect. But that's all I got.
That's right. Yo, I'm glad that there's a lot of you guys that could see the vision, bro. Listen, I think that isn't that scared straight? Like, isn't that like most programs are that? Like, they're people who have already committed the sin, giving you the reason not to do what they done. So all that, yo, don't bring that up. That's stupid. Nah, man, you dumb. Because there's gonna be the next person to do the same mistake, and maybe he can change that. And no, he ain't gonna change the world for everyone. But one person is good enough. That's all I'm saying. Y'all weirdos. Shout out to Majid, you visionary. Yo, Steve in Chicago. What up, champ? What up?
My town up in K-Town. Hey, Daddy, this is dollar beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it. BoxingWiz.com.
Oh, good morning.
Buenos dias, champ.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you know, the only thing I'm going to say, yeah, good morning, everybody. Hey, the only thing I'm going to say that I don't like, and I heard it last night, and I heard a little bit this morning,
we need to stop comparing box with UFC. Like, you need to ban that word from the show. Like, they got their thing and we got ours. Like, the shit don't mix, man. I'm telling you. Like, you're not gonna get people. I know you're not gonna get people from there to come over here, and vice versa. Like, the people that they're already crossing over. And to me, the promotion, like you get on PBC the way they promote, and then you praise the zone. Okay, you say how great their social media is, and they got 1 million
And
followers.
that's where it
and all that.
stops. That's where it stops. So don't pitch a false
Right.
narrative.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, hold on, let me make my point. What has that done for their business? Like, I don't. You always knock PBC, like Mr. Dominique said, or I'm sorry, Mr. PBC. They got the greatest competitive fights out of any other companies. They're putting on.
I just don't understand what is it that I'm knocking. What am I knocking, really? Like, the fact that there's lack of promotion for the Charlo brothers when they're going up in their first pay-per-view, and secondly, the lack of, undercard. Those dudes that they put on there, they're not adding views or sales. Ain't nobody buying a pay-per-view because Louis Neri is fighting somebody we never heard of. Ain't nobody buying a pay-per-view because Casamayor. Yo, I don't even, come on, man. We lying here. We lying because we got these affiliations, right? Like this love for PBC or this love for DAZN, and I got to defend it. Like, why do y'all do that? I defend boxing. I'm giving DAZN and their social media and YouTube massive credit. I gave PBC massive credit for having the best schedule throughout the pandemic. It's just you choose to listen to what you want. You know what I'm saying? I give everybody credit. I love promotion. I want you to promote. This is the only, I got to repeat that every day. This is the only sport I watch. Some of you still go on Sunday and you kick a few brewskis with you and your mans and you watch football, even though you love boxing, or you watch baseball, even though you allegedly love. I don't. So all we
got is boxing.
Yeah, all I do is big this up. All I do is big this up because this is all I do. Okay? So, yes, I want Charlos to be promoted more. Why? Because then we don't have boxing expert saying that they don't deserve to fight because they flopped. I'm telling people, he said, oh, you knocking PBC. Meanwhile, yesterday, I repeated to most people and openly on the show that to buy the pay-per-view. Don't wait, buy it. Support them so that they can get in the next big fight. I don't know what more I got to do, No one is doing a perfect job.
That conversation goes there all the time, and I never say nothing because I understand it. But it's like, that shouldn't be what we care about. Like, we shouldn't be like, well, they didn't sell. But it's the economics of boxing. I get that. But we should just be one of the best fights. That's one of the best fights. Listen, they beat Derevchenko, that Canelo fight. It should happen.
Yeah, but that mindset is like become a sheep, and then allow me to explain. Right? It's like if you say, "Well, I don't care what it sells," then in the next conversation, how can you say why he didn't get the Canelo fight?
Well, you can explain it in the real world without, damn, how am I trying to say this, Doomy? Like, I'm trying to give like a good metaphor. I can't think of it, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, I can say that knowing that that's the way things are realistically, while also saying the way things should be theoretically. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like it made sense.
But hey, listen. Let me tell you something. One thing that a lot of these fighters who make a lot of money in the sport has done is put on a complete event from Thursday, Friday, Saturday. After the fight, they put on events. Floyd, Tyson's fights were events. Sugar Ray Leonard's fights were events. I feel like these fighters nowadays, doesn't really matter who you fight. It does matter, but if you're putting on events, that's how you cross over with star-studded. You got movie stars, you got big musicians, you got athletes from other sports that's coming out to check out your fight. That's what it has to be, in my personal opinion. So that's what the Charlers are striving for. They have to strive to want to put on bigger events that's gonna make this sport more of an event, a show. You know, the weigh-ins are 20, 30,000 people. You know what I mean? They have to take that
You
next
know,
step.
I think the next step, or maybe like a suggestion I could give, is like, if they're gonna start doing promoting, like they got to start doing it outside their own platforms. They got to, you know, and I know that they do the games, you know, and they do these little commercials, but I mean, like, for the majority of the part, you're on your phone and you're on YouTube. Like, you got to start linking up with some, you know, with some other forms of getting the fight out there, you know, and like, where is the attention of the people at right now? And it's usually on these digital platforms.
That's what Floyd was good at. He would be at every basketball game, front row seats. He'd pay his money. You know what I'm saying? He'd go to most major events and he'd be front row with a 1,000 people sitting beside him.
But you asking those fighters of today to live a lifestyle that Floyd, see, that's why Floyd is always going to be special, Francis, right? He was able to go out every night and not drink, not smoke. And then after that basketball game or that nightclub, go to the effing gym and work.
Go run.
You understand? So Gervonta Davis said it best. He said, when I got with Floyd, I tried to live like Floyd, and I realized I can't do that. Floyd could get up and just go to the gym without eating. I got to get up. I got to eat. I got to warm up. I got to do this. I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Floyd, because, dog, he's got that militant mindset, man. It's like, yo, I got to do this, and that's it. That's it. Not all these fucking excuses people make. I got to run 5 miles or I'm going to lose. Not I got to run 5 miles. I don't feel like it. Oh, it's raining. Oh, it's cold. Oh, I don't want to hit the bag today. Bruh, you going to lose then. You're going to lose. That's it.
We got new callers on Blog Talk Ness.
New callers on Blog Talk. Let's go out to them. We're looking like, that's Arizona, right? 626 usually Arizona. Maybe.
I got it pulled up right here. It is East LA.
East LA. What up?
What's up, Holmes?
Gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Who's this?
What's up, Holmes? Holmes, why you blocking me, man? CYP, man, why you blocking me?
The return.
You know I got more than one phone, man.
The return.
Why you blocking me, man? Let's tell the audience why you blocked me from the chat. Why you blocking my number? Why you got people keeping me out of Skype, man? What's wrong, man? You scared of me?
Nah, man, I just don't feel like arguing with you every day. And you,
well, that's
and
cool.
you think
that's cool.
And you
that's
think
cool.
that you remember you thought that your money was somehow supposed to make me take the abuse. Like it's not worth it.
Okay, no, I got you. I just wanted the crowd to know that you were the one who don't want me around. I ain't got no real issue with you.
Actually, CYP,
everything else we got.
Actually, hey,
go ahead,
check
man,
it
go
out.
ahead.
Check it out. Actually, if you check, you not blocked. But you didn't check.
No, I'm blocked,
did you?
baby.
Nah,
Stop it.
I bet
Stop
you.
it. No,
I
I
bet
checked.
you.
I'm
I bet
definitely
you.
blocked.
You not blocked right now. I bet you.
He's
I
saying
bet
you
you
were
just
blocked,
unblocked
but
me.
you not blocked now, though.
No.
I bet you just unblocked me.
Nah,
Stop
I
it.
can't.
Stop it.
I
Stop it.
can't
do it like
I can't unblock you like that.
No?
You know.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I wish I had the ability to just be like, yo, CYP. Boop,
My
unblock.
God.
No way.
We already know. I already got the information. You blocked me on the Skype. They can't add me in. I'm in the chat typing. It's not going through. It's all good. I understand you. I ain't playing your game. But at the end of the day, everything else we got could be said in person. I'm gonna see you one day. We gonna talk in person. I don't need to be on this show abusing you. I don't need to abuse you.
Yeah. Yo, 2 mountains never cross, but people do. So we will see. I'm everywhere.
Yeah, we will.
Later.
I got you. Don't worry about it. Just make sure y'all recording it.
It's recorded.
Hey Ness,
Yeah.
Hey Ness, hold on. Before you get to the next call, I wanted to drop this point on you, and I hate to bring it up when you're talking about Ryan Garcia. The way he's able to link up with a lot of these younger superstars in different forms of entertainment, I think it does well for his brand overall, because they get a visual of seeing who, right? Oh, he's a boxer, he's a young boxer. His skill set. We're not talking about in terms of being like on that level where he's a pay-per-view star, but his following, you can say, gets him there. based on they will buy the fights. They will come to the fights. You know what I mean? It's just for him to prove it when he's in the ring. That type of model, so to speak, is what I'm talking about, making events and shows. Now, if he was creative, he would turn that into doing, creative meet and greet. You know what I mean? His weigh-ins are going to be done a certain way, type of, showmanship. Like, that's what I feel like a lot of these fighters nowadays got to do, but they also have to back it up in the ring. And that's where we obviously know that Floyd separates himself by doing all these events and still being able to be in discipline and being in the gym.
Absolutely. Call you. Yeah, we got a next caller.
Yes.
Go to Super Chat.
Dennis.
Oh, you got next
yeah.
caller.
Did you ever get to Supermax or Super Chat about going to Plainview?
Probably did not, but I will read it. TBV more than welcome.
Wait.
5 hours from
shit.
DFW.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You're probably looking at the 2 counter punches from Izzy to see.
Yeah. So I want to get to him. Before CYP hangs up.
Bro. Oh my god.
Yo, listen.
See, look, even Big Nick says he saw the message. I'm texting CYP now. I thought I unblocked him a long time ago. Even Big Nick says I saw CYP message in the chat earlier. 2 CYP for CYP. Oh no, he said 2 counter punches.
It's been a while, but to be honest with you, the last couple days, I hadn't really checked the chat as much. But
yeah, Dennis. CYP. 2 counter punches.
What's up, Izzy? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You're a business owner, like your boy. You enhance the show. I appreciate you on some real shit. For one, on the real, over here talking about Errol Spence promoting drunk driving success. It's never going to happen in America. I love Errol Spence, but he got to stay away from that narrative because it's drunk driving on his own, and now he's making millions of dollars after his drunk driving. They're never going to promote that. John Jones actually saved a woman's life. He wasn't buying drugs and then saw a woman get robbed and then went and grabbed dude. No, it was just a random act of helpfulness that he did. This was not a random act of a car accident. This was his own fault. They're never going to promote that. And lastly, I don't even know why we playing these games. It's okay. This ain't my show. This ain't my show. This ain't my show. Let me tell y'all 100 times. 100 times. Don't waste your money if this man ain't going to respect your call. Don't talk over my call if I'm going to use my money or not. You can give me free calls. On them free calls, I get 1 call, I'll be up out of here. But the people want to hear me talk. That's the show. It's a call-in show. So I should be able to say what I want to say. Don't get mad at me because you met your match. Don't get mad at me because I know boxers and no trainers and my information is real, 100%. Don't get mad at me because I'm actually doing what I say I'm doing.
So Izzy gave him 2 more counter punches.
Really?
So that means
yes, he did.
He got 1, and then he gave him 2 more.
See if he wants to run them back to back, because remember we got that hard stop.
I ran 2 back to back.
All right, so he got.
Oh, you
one
did?
more.
Oh,
yeah.
So he has 1 more.
45 seconds. Yeah,
Gotcha.
so he's got 1 more. You're back.
Right? That is topic. And I want to know something, man. When it comes to the Charlo, one thing we know is that I'm a real Lions only fan, like for real. Y'all know that I'm real. I'm buying the pay-per-view regardless. Those my guys. Now, when I look at it like this, I do believe that the Charlos, both of them will be undisputed in their weight class. Y'all gonna laugh. I think it's very, very possible that those 2 dudes become undisputed. And last time I checked, how come we still worried about how much these dudes pay-per-views are gonna do when they are fighting 2 dudes that none of us know? Like, there is no casual fan out there who knows Rosario or knows Derevchenko. Those 2 dudes couldn't headline a fight on their own. They're fighting 2 dudes that nobody knows carrying a pay-per-view on their own. So all y'all already ready to talk about, oh, look at the numbers, look at the numbers. Remember their opponent. It's not Errol Spence.
This is why I thought I unblocked them, because I love slaying them. Like, you already making excuses. See, I'm trying
that's what I got from that.
I'm trying to help them.
Do low numbers?
I'm trying to help them by telling people who calling, yo, buy this pay-per-view, buy this pay-per-view. You saying, yo, just in case they don't do well, don't clown them because they fought people that did. That's not our problem. Everyone has. Hold on. You got your opportunity to speak after me. Go ahead. Everyone has to go through their first pay-per-view, and everyone is going to be judged. It happened to Floyd. It happened to Oscar. It happened to Gennady, Sergey, Ward. Everyone is going to be judged. It doesn't matter. You chose to do a pay-per-view with Victor Postal and Amir Khan and Sergey Derevchenko and Jason Rosario. That's your fault. Floyd gave you the blueprint, and he told you, follow my blueprint. And he said, fight on Mexican Independence Day, and fight on Cinco de Mayo, and fight a Mexican. He told you, don't listen to what the people saying. And that's why Earl ain't listening to what the people saying. And that's why Earl's on pay-per-view. And that's why Earl is being talked about with Canelo, because he's doing great things, which is what? What Floyd, Oscar, and other pay-per-view stars didn't do. Pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view. And I'm talking consecutive. No in-between fights. So don't make excuses. Oh, it ain't the right dance partner, so why you put it on pay-per-view? So you should be here saying this shouldn't be pay-per-view. But be prepared that when you say that, the Charlo's going to cut you off like Earl did me for saying that Mikey wasn't pay-per-view. You understand what I'm saying?
He should be concentrating more on how the fight was promoted more than
the lack of promotion.
Yeah.
The lack of. And let me go back to his other point on the other two counterpunches about them not using my idea. And I get it. I get it's not the normal, but isn't that exactly what Paul Williams is doing now with the rest of his life? Isn't that what Paul does right now? Isn't that what he do? Go to different places promoting what happened from a wheelchair? So you telling me because Earl didn't get paralyzed and isn't in a life-threatening situation, he shouldn't tell people not to do what he done? That don't make sense to me, y'all. It just don't make sense. If someone went through something, why not tell your story to help others not go through it? That's all I'm saying. If that's wrong, that's fine. Mario, I'm going to shut up. When everybody gets their opportunity, there's some super chats we got to get to.
15 seconds. All I want to say is that I understand why he's saying that, because the narrative, like you said last night, is going to come out either way. People are going to hate. People are going to find things to say negative. And I mean, he's kind of getting in front of it. And that's what I was doing last night. I was trying to get in front of the narrative that somehow, a poor representation of numbers is a poor representation of what the Charlos bring to the table. I don't think that that's accurate.
All right, real quick super chat. You got one from Boxing Expert, says Canelo at 23, even after a loss, has the second best pay-per-view in boxing history besides Floyd versus Manny. 4 years later, he fights another pound for pound, Triple G. That's talent.
Mario, what was that last part? You said that I don't want to put words. What did you say?
I don't know what I say. About the Charlos and the pay-per-view, getting in front of it? Get in front of the narrative? That they're not going, that somehow a bad pay-per-view means that they don't bring anything to the table, when we know that the model for pay-per-views and the biggest successes have come off the back of strong A and B sides. We're asking the Charlos to do it by themselves, so poor numbers don't necessarily reflect poor numbers that they would have with any other, major star like Canelo.
Now, let me ask you guys something, right? Yesterday, the narrative, see, it's too easy to slay, man. Right? So today we making excuses in case they don't do numbers, but yesterday it was, you getting them 2 for 1. So today we making excuses in case we don't do numbers, but yesterday it's, we got 2 main events. So which one is it? Do the Charlos have an unfair advantage against Floyd, Earl, Oscar, Manny, who had to hold the pay-per-view on their shoulders as just the main event? Or do the Charlos have the advantage over everybody because they're quote-unquote the double main event? So how is it unfair? Hold on, champ, because I didn't cut you off. You see, you love to do that. How is it unfair if Earl had to do it by himself, Oscar had to do it by himself? Those dudes didn't have a double main event. But now we want to make excuses. No, this ain't supposed to bomb. Why? Because this is unprecedented. Why? Because we never seen 2 double main events. Let's stop with the excuses, man. Either they're going to do well or they won't. And if they don't do well, no one is saying it's indication of how big of a star they are, but we all know it will hinder them from the big fight. That is all that I'm saying. And that's why I'm telling you, buy the pay-per-view so that you can see them in the fight. Boxing Expert, buy the pay-per-view so you can see what you like to call the kittens in the ring with Canelo, because it won't happen if you don't buy the pay-per-view.
Look, all I'm gonna say is that was a terrible metaphor. Maybe you want to think of another one, and not a metaphor. I'm sorry, but that was a terrible example. Like, I mean, so what? Are you at a better advantage podcast wise than Fred because you have me and Doomy and Francis, or it was Chris Cross at a better advantage point? Because like this is just a marketing ploy. That's all it is. It doesn't reflect on how easy or hard it is for any one person to do anything. Like you're hate. It feels like you're hating on them. Not, and I don't mean hating on them. I feel like you're trying to push back the goalpost only to allow it to be pushed more because it's both of them. Like you're trying to hold them both to a singular standard. It's a really weird example that you gave. Like I don't even understand it like at all. What do you,
I just wish
before you continue.
I just wish that I got you.
Yeah,
Doomy.
let me just.
I'm not gonna go on the tail. I just wish that you would have been here. Please try to stick around more often during the live show, because he had an entire conversation only for you that you didn't hear that made his point echo right now when you just spoke. Go for it, Doomy.
Boxing expert says Lagata at 30 years still trying. Facts. Translation: the kitty cat or the cat at 30 years still trying. Facts. The next one is Mr. CYP counter punch, and Coach Rivera says saludo mi gente, just showing loves. Hey, my peoples, just showing love. And Casual Bass Guy says, hashtag TBV, we here, hashtag Super Chat Train. And
CYP counterpunch.
We'll get it after.
Do what I do. Let me do what I do. Mayweather Canelo, 2.2 million baht. The next Canelo pay-per-view was against Angulo, 350. The next one was against Laura, 325. Those two names are much bigger than Rosario and Derevchenko are now. And Big Canelo only did 350 and 325 with him. Let's go to 2016. Canelo versus Liam Smith, 300,000. Liam Smith is bigger than Derevchenko and Rosario. So once again, when you have a big B side and an A side, you're gonna get big numbers. When you only got one of them, it ain't gonna equal two. And last time I checked, everybody who's a Charlo fan is a Charlo fan. They don't morph into two people. I'm a Jermell and a Jamal fan. I'm not going to buy two pay-per-views because they're both fighting. I'm only buying one. CYP is king. CYP is about that. CYP is out.
What was he arguing? What was his argument?
I don't know, but listen, let's just say right now, we thank everybody for tuning in. We got 316 watching us. Let's get that like button, the thumbs up button to 200. Also, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? And leave a comment, share it, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. TBV, we lit.
Yeah, I didn't get the argument because the only thing we talked about consecutive pay-per-views was who can do it and who hasn't done it. So Errol and Canelo.
Look, I'm pretty sure that we could just sit here calmly just look at this whole thing for what it is, right? You got two guys that are relatively not as popular, right? Or let's just say just not popular in the social media and all that stuff. And I'm talking about Derevchenko and Jason Rosario. Obviously, the twins. The man came on here, I forget his name, who came on here with the system and showed us how much, their score was, their clout score was on how much attention they bring. So we know already who's carrying this pull of the fight. We know that they don't have this, a dancing partner that's super well known. We know all of that. So, we know that we know now, discussing it, that this whole promotion hasn't been as good as it should have been. We haven't been hearing about this as much. So, yeah, a lot is falling on the twin Charlos to make this happen. And the responsibility just doesn't have to be solely on the fighters, right? It's the promotion. So when we're talking about how this fight's being pushed, we can't just say, the Charlos. It's the promotion, right? So are we going to blame it on the promotion? Are we going to blame it on Charlos after the pay-per-view numbers come in? Like, what are we going to do? All we can do is take everything with a grain of salt. We got the pandemic too. I don't know how much that's factoring in nowadays. The government's spilling out lots of money for the people, and I don't know if that's going to affect in people buying it. And again, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. I personally think that it's going to do good. I think the Twin Charlos have that much pull. You know what I'm saying? And they have those relationships with those different, sports stars and music artists. So I think that support, you're gonna be surprised with the numbers that those guys are gonna do.
No cap.
That's a good point.
Cap.
That's a good point. And that's the thing is, look, I've been buying pay-per-view. Well, not me, but my father's been buying pay-per-view since I was like 5 years old. Like I've seen every different type of pay-per-view. The super fights, A, B, both crazy, 2 A sides. I've seen stack cards like Don King used to put on. Like, to me, it's all within the realm of what kind of fights can be made only through pay-per-view revenue. You know what I mean? Like, that's the simple question. They would give every fight for free if it came with the same kind of money and guarantee.
Exactly.
So, this weekend we're in a situation where, I feel like the card is better. I went back and listened to a show from the other day, and Nez was talking about the pay-per-views, and I was like, damn, you know what? I came off sounding dumb because I made it sound like I wanted to pay for this pay-per-view. You know what I mean? And that's not it. It was just more of like I felt like the card wasn't getting enough credit. But, 2 main events. What's up, man? That's good.
Never seen before, but we talking Earl anyway. You know what I mean? And the Dallas Stadium. That was yesterday. Hopefully they do well because it's gonna depend on their next fight. But I think there's a super chat. Did you get to
Shinobi?
You got to Ken Stone?
Yeah, Ken Stone said it's open season on Simba and Mufasa on September 26th.
That was actually very funny. That was actually creative, right? Bro. That was actually creative.
Boxing expert says Spence versus Porter 300,000. See what I mean? Canelo at 350,000 is a flop, but Spence is a star. Get the F out of here. CY Queen, stay out of TBV.
See? Narratives, man, narratives. But he wasn't saying that he didn't. Did he really say that Canelo was in a star, or did he just say that Canelo had better B-sides and he was making a case for?
Well, he did say that he had better B-sides.
Yeah. I don't think
he was just saying that with the stronger
B-side, you get better
comes
numbers.
The number. Yeah.
I don't think he was saying that.
Because listen, Ness, you
Canelo
said this
flop.
a long time ago. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao kind of ruined pay-per-view. They set this incredible standard that nobody really could reach.
People weren't really doing millions of buys, bro. Especially consecutive like that.
Exactly. And then they started doing it every time, and it was like, oh, you're not doing a million, you ain't shit. Like, what? No, that's not true.
When back in the day, 225 was good. 225, 275, you was a success,
Exactly.
So anyway, but I think we're back there because that's exactly why Earl versus Danny's on pay-per-view, because the early numbers for Earl Porter was like 275 to 300, right? So, 275 is good, and Espinoza said 275 is good, and he's on a premium network. So you gotta assume that for Fox, their minimum has to be smaller because they're not, they're working from a different aspect. Like they're working off advertisers, not off of subscriptions, where Showtime is, right? I don't know. Could be wrong though.
Super chat real quick came in.
Oh, man.
It's a PBX.
Greatness. That's it. That's my prediction.
Ooh, I want panel predictions for Charlo pay-per-view numbers. All right, you got Nestor's prediction.
I'm picking
Francis,
them both to win.
What are you doing?
What did Ness say?
It's the one of the super chats came in. PBX says, I want panel predictions for Charlo pay-per-view numbers. So what do you think?
I think they do 350.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a nice number.
That's a nice number.
Together, I think they do 350.
Mario staring off into space.
Man, I was
with his dead President Scully on.
400,000.
Whoa. Nice.
I've been saying from the beginning that we were going to reflect on the pandemic and it was going to have a positive effect on good fights. So I'm going to keep my hopefulness, even though people are struggling, like Francis brought up earlier and like Doomy just said. I think ultimately boxing fans will show up. If you build it, they will pay.
Dennis, Tampa, what up?
Hey, well, good morning. What's up, everybody?
What up?
Yo, what happened to Shannon, bro? Where's Shannon at? Friday, right?
Yeah, I mean, but you know,
I miss him being on.
You know, it's when he wants, man. And we got a busy day today. We got Teofimo Lopez Sr. at 12.
All right, cool. Let me get my call off. Yo, CYP is like the Amscot of of TPV. You go there for the money and regret doing it every time, even though you might get a Tootsie Roll once in a while. So it's all good. You know, it's not a personal attack on him. I don't want him chasing me. But at the end of the day, I'm going to end up watching the Danny fight, yelling at the damn TV, losing my voice for 2 days like every time he fights, and regretting that the MF don't punch. I hope this is not the case, but I'm already prepared to lose my voice like I do every time. Yo, Ness, where's that dude that fits in your bathroom that's supposed to rap in Spanish, man? Where's he at? All right, that's my call. I appreciate it. I'm out.
All right. I'm trying to get him, man. I'm trying to get him. JT, New Orleans, you available? No? All right. Keem in Florida, you available? All right.
So I'm here to tell Errol Spence, I want you next, baby. Let's get it on.
Yo, what's up, man? Can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
All right, good morning. Appreciate you coming back to me, man. I was a little busy earlier. But yeah, no, man, that's what's up. I'm glad that they're actually doing it at the Cowboy Stadium. I know.
Possibly. Remember, these are sources that are telling Dan Canobbio of Compubox.
Right. Well, I hope it's true. I hope they do it there. 20,000 people is a lot of people. Even though it's only probably, I think it's like 20% or 25% of what that stadium holds, man. That's a lot of people. It's a bigger check, more eyes. It's exciting, man. I think that'd be cool to see boxing fans again. But
Talking to that mic, Keem, you going in and out.
Oh, yo, all right, don't worry. That's all I got, man. Good show.
All right. CYP, Coach Myers, counterpunch. Boomerang.
What up? I appreciate that, Coach. We don't always agree, but hey, I appreciate you. Last time I checked, people say, what's my prediction? I don't make predictions on pay-per-views where there's only an A side. If the B side is a nobody, I have no idea, and I personally don't care. I didn't care what Wilder versus Ortiz was going to do because nobody knew Ortiz. Like, if somebody knew Ortiz, he was a big star, I give you a prediction. I don't do that. But lastly, what the hell does their pay-per-views have to do with anything in boxing? If it flops, if it's a success or if it flops, they still gonna be fighting the same people. It's just that they're gonna get more money for it. So do y'all care about how much money they making or who they fighting? Because they go in there, he beat the hell out of Derevchenko, he gonna get big fights whether it's a flop or not. He beat the hell out of Rosario, he gonna get big fights whether it flops or not. So y'all should be more worried about them winning because those you don't get the fights you want instead of the money. But I know why y'all talking about money. I know why y'all doing that, and I ain't about to get invested in that bullshit. CYP out. Appreciate the counterpoint.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the truth is if they flop, they won't get the big fight. That's not the truth. It'll be as hard as it has been to get the big fight. Shout out to Heyman for being able to get Jamel the quote-unquote big fight because of the titles, but it's not the named fighter. You know what I mean?
Word.
Jamel
But
is the name in the division. Jamel is the name at 54.
Yes.
There is no other name other than Jamel. So
Facts.
Al did his job by securing the unification, but for Jamal, a flop could mean 2 more years of not getting Canelo. He's only 30, and Canelo's only 29. You know what I'm saying? So you not getting on the pay-per-view radar, you not making a blip, you could get easily pushed to the side. Ask Crawford if I'm lying. You know what I mean? Is he been part of the welterweight division on the PBC side? No. So why would Canelo look the other way? Canelo's gonna do what Earl's doing. Make the money. What up, champ? Sorry.
Great point.
Who are the names at 154?
Jermel.
That's what he's saying. Jermel's
the only big name. Who else is there?
So this is, would you say, the biggest fight he can have at this time, right?
Let me tell you something. We need this to be big for Jermel. Don't listen to CYP. I'm telling you.
Right.
If Jermel is successful as a whole, because again, this is unprecedented. Look at what we're doing. We're gonna give both of them credit for the pay-per-views. You see what I'm saying? But then, if they, according to CYP, if they don't do well, we shouldn't discredit because they have no B-side or something like that. But again, we're giving two guys credit. If this does 350, both get credit. Now, what happens? Jermel becomes a draw in his hometown. He's got the belts already. So now Jermel can do a show from his hometown because no one else is bigger than him. So you bring a Castellano if he beats Teixeira, or you bring a Brazilian Teixeira to Texas because you are the draw. There's no bigger name. But for Jamal, the success.
Pay-per-view though? Hold on, pay-per-view?
I mean, that's very difficult with what's out there.
That's the question, because that's the big
No,
money
because
fight.
it's about. Listen, I would love if he does if they do whatever good number is good for the network. I would love them next fight. But you tell me, isn't it more difficult for Jermel to do a pay-per-view with Brian Castellano or Patrick Teixeira in an undisputed fight? Not even Crawford did that. Crawford went
in Texas?
ESPN.
In Texas?
Yo, Crawford.
It's still
Pay-per-view ain't got nothing to do with ticket sales. Crawford went ESPN with the Ndango undisputed, and that's who Teixeira would be. He's less known than Ndango because Ndango upset two people. He upset two people. This guy just got in the mix.
But it comes back down to your drawing power. Sorry, Mario, not to cut you.
No, go ahead.
It comes back down to your drawing power, your star power. Your star gotta shine bright, man. You have stars.
I'm not cutting you off either, Mario.
Superstars.
Just saying, after all of y'all go, CYP has a counterpunch.
Go ahead. Listen, I'm glad then, because I want to just drive CYP's point home, which was, by the way, my point earlier. He's right. That's the way it should work. It doesn't work like that. It works the way that Ness and Francis just broke it down, but it should work like that. When we get the Super Bowl, right, and the Cowboys play the Saints, like, if the Saints win, we don't say, well, okay, the Saints won the game, but we're actually going to send the Cowboys to the Super Bowl because they sold more merchandise. Or we're actually more Cowboys fans watched in Texas, so we're going to go ahead and send it. No, it's about the best and the test. And so regardless of what the numbers are, if Jermall wins on Saturday, he shoots up the line. In my opinion, he should be one of the guys that gets the crack because we want the best.
But Mario, who's up the line? Who do you think Jamal wants?
Canelo?
Exactly. And what division is Canelo fighting in?
Whatever division he wants.
He's at 68, and we knew that his next fight was going to be at 68. Okay.
But,
so this is all I'm saying. You're asking a guy who hasn't fought at 60 since Jacobs unification to come back down and do a fight with you because you didn't do well on pay-per-view, but the public says you're the man that needs to be beat a division below. When I beat the man at that division already. Gennady was on the pound-for-pound list. So you want me to go in reverse because you did bad numbers? Yo, I gotta go with. I
That's
can't
why
be
I
here
said,
for this.
Ness,
I
that
can't
you
be
were
here
right.
for this.
I said before I even started talking, I said the way it works is the way you said it.
But y'all still trying to make a case for the other side when there's not. It's only one way. The only one way. There's only one way. Do well.
Yeah, real quick, Ken Stone says, did the panel cover the WBSS fight for tomorrow?
Yes. Thursday show.
Super Series for those that don't know.
Thursday
show.
Going with
I'm going with Dorticus.
Dorticus with the KO. Y'all crazy too.
That's an animal.
Yeah, Doobie.
Oh, I'm going with them too, but I swear to God you said you were going with them.
Nah, Dorticus. KO.
Was Francis.
That was Brandon. Brandon said he was going with Bradius.
Yeah, I remember Brandon said that.
Let me
I
get
could
to
have sworn.
If y'all done with the debate, can I get to CYP?
Let's go.
You debate, man. CYP.
Yo, let's look at it. Let's look at the facts. Canelo has offered many a dudes who are not pay-per-view stars, who haven't even headlined their own damn fight. Canelo fights who he wants. Now all of a sudden the Charlos, they got to have a great pay-per-view to get Canelo's attention. I wonder, did Rocky Fielding have a great pay-per-view to get his attention? I'm just trying to figure it out. Did Liam Smith have a great pay-per-view to get his attention? How about my man, my man Harry Magia? Did he have a great pay-per-view to get offered? There's so many fighters that this man has offered that ain't done. Nobody seems to have a problem with that. But when it comes to them black brothers, them big old black brothers with skills, they got to do so much just to get on that man's radar. They not just be the mandatory. They got to have a big pay-per-view. They got to fight the best people. They got to knock this dude out. You didn't knock him out, but I got to knock him out.
False narrative. Rocky Fielding was at 54. Canelo unified. Something that Charlo is about to do. False narrative maker. Second, not Rocky Fielding. You said Liam Smith. Liam Smith, they unified at 54. Now, when he fought Rocky Fielding, just like I said, he's fighting at 68. So, of course, he didn't have to do anything because it was a division that Canelo was entering. False narrative maker. The offers he made were at 68. 2, Caleb Plant, false narrative maker. Callum Smith, false narrative maker. He just fought at 75, false narrative maker. But you want us to believe that he should look backwards to 54 and 60 when he just fought at 75. Look at how they give Canelo unfair, achievements to do. Not to mention, this isn't a Canelo Charlo show. You don't want to talk about Earl. That's how big. That's how big Canelo is. That he's overtaken the Errol Spence show.
Canelo Smith 300K. Canelo Smith versus, it was a 300K pay-per-view buys. That's how many. So I don't know if that's a comparison he was trying to make.
Yeah, Jamal has a better chance of fighting GGG, man, at 160 than he does Canelo at 160. That's a fact.
Exactly.
You got to go
Message.
68.
My bad, Francis. Whenever we do the message thing, you don't got to cut off. It's just to let you know we're gonna go to the yes. Perfect.
No, I thought that's was gonna say something. That's why.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
go ahead if y'all ready. Go ahead.
Izzy got a super chat that says,
I know that's what I was going to.
If it does more
Boston
than 2,
Jared.
If it does,
oh yeah, Boston Jared was before him though.
Oh, go ahead.
If the Charlo fight does 350,000 buys going head to head with UFC and with every club and bar on the East Coast closed, that would be crazy.
Yeah, they don't count those numbers, but yeah, you're right. It would be crazy. And then Izzy, my man, who's got a fighter fighting in Border Wars 8 in Pittsburgh on October 24th, making his trainer debut. He says if it does more than 200,000, I'll buy Mario lunch at Border Wars 8. My man, you the man. And if it don't, I'm buying you lunch, man, because you always offering to buy people lunch. I'm going to buy you lunch for a change.
It says if it does more than 200K. Well, I know I was cut off, so nobody got to hear my say. I say it does 280,000 buys. That's my take on that.
That's a good number.
You got 280. Ness got how much?
Greatness.
He said
I no longer give out pay-per-view buys.
Nah, he's not allowed.
I lose friendship.
Okay.
His voice resounds.
But after you guys,
much.
After you guys predict, we got to get to CYP's counterpunch.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, a prediction of where it's actually going to take place?
No. I mean, he was asking everyone a question.
Yeah,
right?
Mario was at what number were you at?
I said 400.
Okay, and I was above 350. Okay, cool. All right,
CYP.
Yo, for one, this is Charlo fight. This Charlo fight week. Charlo fights tomorrow. Errol Spence fights in months from now. And for 2, I was blocked on the Charlo show. That's why we're talking about Charlo right now, because my man's about to fight tomorrow. That's fact. And secondly, he did offer Jaime Munguia. He did fight Liam Smith. He fought a whole bunch of dudes who ain't gonna be pay-per-view. And there's not that many pay-per-view stars right now anyway. There aren't that many. So I don't know what this pay-per-view king stuff matters. He gonna fight somebody. The last time I checked, his own put them Charlos as a premier fight. So his own wanted to fight them dudes. Showtime think that if he do well against my man Derevchenko, he should fight Canelo. Oh man, damn. So the insiders don't think like you. But don't listen to me. Listen to Ness. CYP out.
I mean, he must got his own contract, because I thought the premier opponents the zone mentioned was Masvidal, McGregor, and Floyd, Oscar. Where did he see Charlo in that article? or did he not subscribe and pay for the Athletic? I don't really know. But as far as it being Charlo week, and again, he lied because he still hasn't answered me on Instagram about his YouTube link, but I was right. He was unblocked. Because how the fuck are you counterpunching if I blocked you? Meanwhile, you ain't answer me on Instagram to give me your YouTube link to go allegedly unblock you. Lies, lies, lies.
Yo, listen, are we doing picks for views? Like peak views for the fights?
Hell no. Listen, brother.
Peak views.
I'll tell you this.
Like in terms of like how much it's gonna, how much viewers are gonna be watching.
Let me tell you that's just a touchy subject for people. You know what I mean? It's a touchy subject for the fighters. And
for pay-per-view numbers though,
just
that doesn't.
He means. Well, I don't know if they give
that
us.
I don't think that reflects on pay-per-view numbers.
Yeah,
like
I don't
on
think
Fox
they give us
and
peak
ESPN and
viewership.
stuff. That will reflect because you can, you know what I mean. But with a pay-per-view buys, I don't think they monitor like peak view, like. Because it doesn't make sense for somebody who's going to buy it. They got your money already. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if you watch the first fight, the last fight, or none of them. They already got your money.
And as far as Charlo fight week, right?
Counterpunch.
We did Charlo on September 22nd, right? We did Charlo's again on the 23rd. We did Charlo's again on the 24th. And,
no, we covered them very well.
You know. And today's the 25th. We were trying to do Earl because it should be big news that we could have a crowd. So we're not trying to put shine on the Charlos. We've given them a lot of shine. And we're giving Earl.
I don't think that's the way he meant it, though. I think
Earl,
he meant like he didn't get his shot to talk about it, like because
and
he clearly knows we've been doing Charlo.
No. But I'm not talking about him. I'm talking specifically to Charlo fans and Charlos themselves because you know how it is, man. That's why I'm telling Francis, like you make picks on fights, numbers. You might lose a contact, bro. I'm telling you. You know.
Real quick, super chat.
Crazy.
Robert Hardy says, Ness, you and CYP are arguing two different points, and you attacked Mario for trying to explain. Just because you talk loud, don't mean you're right.
I'm wrong, Mario. What did I attack you on? My bad.
Hadouken!
Do you remember Mario? Mario's gonna be like, I don't know what he's talking about.
The mixtape. No, I'm playing.
You scared to get on that mixtape, bruh. Look, but we allegedly he wrote the album now. Now he's ready. CYP counterpunch.
Right.
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
You know, hold on. What I ain't gonna allow
That's not
is you
me.
to call me a liar. Listen to me.
So who unblocked you then?
I got hold on, man. I got screenshots of people asking, "Where's CYP? Where's CYP?
Okay.
Where's CYP?" How the hell am I watching them? Hold on. I'm watching them ask me where I'm at, and I'm not able to tell them where I'm at because I'm blocked. I have screenshots of it. I'll send it to anybody who wants. Y'all know I keep the receipts because Ness is a liar. I keep receipts on dudes who lie. This dude had me blocked. The dudes in the back call told me already that he told them not to add me to the call. Every time I would type in that chat, it would not go through. Nobody was able to talk to me. He's a liar. I don't run from this man. This man runs from me. Why am I here right now? Why am I typing right now? Because he just unblocked me. Tell this man stop lying to y'all, man. He afraid and terrified of me. That's the truth.
You lying, and you know you lying. First of all, like I said, I guess you're the only man that could be blocked in super chat. You know, you're that only man, okay? Because it's impossible for me to unblock you without your URL link, which you have never sent to me, okay? So what I said originally about you not being blocked, I was right because I still haven't unblocked you. Unless one of these moderators know your URL and they're going to take credit for unblocking you, I never blocked you to unblock you without your URL, champ. So you've been unblocked. Whatever you want to believe,
boxing
that's whatever.
Expert. He says, CYP, a hypocrite. He was talking about percent when Charla got an offer, but now money doesn't matter. Always with the narrative. Cup arguments are trash. CYP arguments are basura. CYP with a counterpunch.
For one, this is what we gonna do. Did anybody remember when I first come on and said I was blocked? He said, "I bet you're not blocked now. I bet you're not blocked now." You see that? He knows he can unblock me when he feels like it. That's the only reason I can super chat. I super chatted. Come on, my man. Come on, my man. This is what we do. Let's put money on it. Let's put money on it right now, live on air. I can prove you blocked me. I can prove
you want to do. This is exactly why I blocked you,
Nah,
bro. This is exactly.
Oh,
why
I thought you didn't block me.
Bro, but I
thought
told
you didn't block me.
You're not listening. That's the problem.
Oh, my God.
Your
This
fucking
man's black.
voice echoes in your ear. I can't deal with this kid. Listen, I told you. I blocked you because you first of all called me a bitch. I don't ever call you out your name. And then I told you on this call today, you just fucking dumb as fuck, man. I told you on this call today that I blocked you because you said, "Oh, my money, my money." And I said, "I don't need your fucking money." You're not listening because you want to sell your narrative so much that you don't pay the fuck attention. And again, I don't need your money. That's why I blocked you, to show you that. You need me. You're obsessed with me. That's why you came with another number. But remember, on the YouTube chat, you're right. They were missing you. And I've been unblocked you. That's why the fuck you could counterpunch. Learn something. You trying to bet the man whose business is on YouTube. Oh, I bet you you unblocked me today. This is my fucking business. Of course I didn't unblock you today. You're dumb. Call in about the fucking sport, man. I'm not accepting your calls if you're not talking about the sport. Your obsession with me is weird. I told someone else that. Like, stop talking about me. Talk about the sport. Talk about something I said about the sport. Your obsession with me, I don't have time for that. Like, you got a girl, so do I, champ. Chill. Anyway.
Are you entertained?
Teofimo Lopez,
Do me a favor,
senior,
hold on.
12 o'clock. That's
Hold
everybody
on.
except JT. Let me get to JT real quick in New Orleans. Talk to us.
Counterpunch.
Oh, shit. That's right. That's right. First up is Mr. PBC with a counterpunch.
Hey man, TBV is doing the best, man. We out here getting it. Sorry about my background noise. Driving some parts to work and shit. But I can't wait for this weekend, man. I can't wait for the call in after the fight, because you know Nez, he right when the fight ends, I swear, like 2 minutes, Nez got the fucking show up. But man, this is what I love about boxing, and this is what I love about TBV. You know, and when a woman's fed up, that's my call.
Oh, who the hell?
Yo, bro was listening. You see that?
that
Yo,
was
Jack
Jonathan.
from
That
the
was
Bay,
Jonathan.
real quick. Mac says pay-per-view stop dropping numbers like the Zone. Damn.
Public service announcement, please, please, please. Thank you for watching. Are you entertained from watching the TBV right now? 337 watching. We're entertaining. Do us a favor. It don't cost you nothing. Just hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. And tell a friend to tell a friend. It's TBV. We lit right now. We're coming back with another show. We got Teofimo seeing you later. So listen, just hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button. Yeah.
Yo, is this the last week of fights, Mario?
Oh, what do you mean, bro?
You're on mute. For the schedule, for the
My bad, I'm sorry.
For the betting, not the betting, for the CBV Fantasy Pick'em League.
Is it? Did you say if it's closed?
Yeah, like meaning this week solidifies the winner
Oh
for
yes,
this
yes.
month.
No. There's one more card on the 29th. It's the golden ticket card. I'm sorry. Mitty definitely told us that it would be on there. So there is still one more, but
That's
basically
September 30th.
This is it. Basically, this is it.
No,
but this will solidify it.
I meant it from a different standpoint. Like I was just
Like
trying to find out if it closed the league
No.
for the month.
No, not yet.
And to just say that the winner obviously would receive the free wireless airbudshop.com earbuds that he provided. This is the first time we're giving that out outside of the already pro prize, which by now you should know exactly what it is and how you get it.
Let me ask you a question when you're done.
No, that's it. It was just a cheap plug.
Did you decide whether you're going to do the plugs for the amateur or the pro league?
What kind of plug? What do you mean? I'm lost.
The AirPods. I'm sorry, the headphones.
No. It's definitely for the winner, not pro or amateurs, both.
Okay.
Like you get.
So you're gonna.
Like whoever's points are greater for the month, regardless of league.
Of what league?
Got you. So it's for September. Okay. So let me ask
For
you a
the
question. then.
all-time.
What if you win?
If I win, then we put it back for the month. But I won't win. I'm in
cool.
7th place. There's no way I could win. I mean, I guess I can.
I'm looking at the league transfer.
Nah.
Okay, but you're saying for September though, Ness?
For this month.
For this month, you're not in. You're for this month only. You're talking about August and September combined. You're behind.
No. Listen. All I'm talking about is giving out the earbuds from wirelessAirshop.com to the winner of September.
Got you. Okay.
That's all I'm
That's
saying.
what I thought you said. Okay, good.
Yeah. And if I happen to win, which is impossible because I'm in 7th place, yeah, we'll just put it for the next month. Try it again for October.
Or me and Doomy for our birthday, we could just fight it out.
Whoa.
And the winner.
Whoa.
The person that survives, we'll use the old school Jean-Claude Van Damme, hands dipped in glass. Muay Thai.
Yo, I'm gonna come at you like Tom Poe, champ.
Oh man, you the man for that.
JT, talk to us, New Orleans.
Champ.
So interesting because you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it? I'll kill this mother.
Why do you have to talk like that?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yeah, what's up?
What up?
Hey, Mari, you shouldn't be worried about fighting nobody but Keem. When Keem put them hands on you, talking about doing me. But
I hope you're there, champ. I hope you're there to see it live.
I hope I get in there too. But Ness told me they got an account, so I guess I gotta be coming there as a trainer. But now, my thing about it, I don't know what was going back and forth with CYP with that, but I just feel like this, y'all. Ness, I think you always bring about numbers and all that, and at the end of the day, if you're a real boxing fan, we know the Cholos don't bring in numbers like the Canelos do, but we do know that's a good fight, and that's a fighter. That's why I said we got to stop making letting these boxers just pick their fights and stuff like that. And see who they want to fight for the bag and all that. We got to make the promoters, the managers, all those more accountable and tell them you got to fight this guy because you know a lot of people not fighting for legacy no more. And I think Canelo need a Charlo fight on his record for legacy. He's fighting a lot of older guys.
Champ, man.
Say he need it for the legacy.
This is the issue that I have, bro. Like, y'all want us not to live in reality, and y'all want me not to tell the casual fan who wants to learn more about boxing, so they found the podcast. You got to think about what it is that we do. We're a podcast. This is also a niche. Not everyone puts headphones on and listens to a show for hours or watches it on YouTube for hours. So they obviously coming for their love for the sport. And I'm going to say a lie or I'm going to say the truth. The truth is everything matters. We keep telling you that. Everything matters. How you win. The numbers. The social media. Everything matters, man. Everything matters. And for me to say, oh, you know, that shouldn't matter to us. We always talk about the numbers. You know, we should just worry about the fight. Yeah, cool. We could live in a fantasy world, you know? I want to be rich too. I could wake up every day and play the lotto. That don't mean I'm going to win it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and complain that the best ain't fighting the best. I'm going to sit here and complain about the dudes that want to fight the best not doing what they need to do to get there. There have been other people before us throughout the years to show us how to get there. Laura wasn't selling anything. And look at the pay-per-view with Canelo. It did like 300. He wasn't selling anything. But he got there. Why? Because he shamed Canelo. Gennady wasn't selling anything. This is the problem. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, no. They blame me for telling you that you don't know about the sport because you don't know. Gennady didn't sell, and he shamed Canelo. Give me my belt. Give me my belt. stepping in his ring, or y'all forgetting. It doesn't have. Mosley had to shame Floyd, and Floyd tried to cut him off right there. Like, yo, this is I just fought. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is y'all talking about, man? Oh no,
Listen,
the best fighter and the best. Come on, man. You always talking about the number. I'm talking about the truth. I'm talking about what fighters before every other fighter have to do the same thing. Now we want it to change. We're gonna sit around in a circle, sing Kumbaya. We want change. Kumbaya. Let's change the way the shit goes down. No. If you ain't doing numbers, you ain't getting the fuck. Why the fuck did Canelo, so young, get the shot at Mayweather? Because he did numbers. And those numbers with Floyd, you see them. They broke Oscar's numbers. Like, come on, y'all. Like, you want to live in a freaking bubble, man. Counterpunch from JT.
Yeah, I'm glad you bring that up, Ness. So this is what we should do: start training amateur fighters to let them know when we go to these big tournaments. No, we're not gonna fight that guy because he's not good enough. We're gonna fight him when he turns professional. My thing is about this: when you training a fighter, you going in there for experience. When you start off boxing, you fighting the best. You fighting the best ones at the tournament to see where you going. When you will move up in the rankings and stuff like that. When you get to the pros, it's the same thing. All these fighters promote themselves like they hungry, they won't fight the best and all that. They fighting for legacy. That's bullshit then. They fighting for the bag. So that's what you promoting. I disagree with that, Ness. If I put my son in boxing, I want him to fight the best. Yeah, it's about the money, but the thing about it is about what we really fight.
Champ, if you put your son in boxing, you better tell him listen to this show. Because I don't know what you talking about. I want my son to fight the best. And what? Not get paid for it? Not get the attention he deserves? Because you have a way of thinking, and it definitely ain't the way of boxing. It just ain't. You want to change the sport, and that's fine. I'm all with change and growth. But to promote that just simply being one of the perceived best, okay, gets you the shot isn't true. It isn't true.
There's a lot of moving parts in that.
Come on,
boxing
man.
expert real quick says Chenko is 34 and you talking about old. Get the F out of here.
Boxing expert. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's for someone else. Who's that for, CYP?
Maybe he's somebody's taking that.
J-Mac Boomerang.
Mac attack.
Much as I would like to slice you up, I'm gonna give my boomerang to my brother.
Sure. Clock's ticking.
Yeah, I'm back on here, Ness. I disagree with you, man, because you making it all about business, and I understand it's about business at a certain point, but at the end of the day, that's some fraud stuff, and I think that kind of the little thing that Doomy read was for me, because Dermot Chico is 34, but that's what they want to do. They want to go back and forth and throw they go downgrade who Charlo fighting and stuff like that, but they praise everybody. I'm not gonna make this about Canelo, but whoever Canelo fight, the last few people he been fighting been on 30 and up. Older fighters. Canelo is 29 years old. He should be fighting the Charlo. So all I'm saying at the point, if I have a fighter in there, I want to fight the best. If I was a professional fighter, I would want to fight the best. Charlo is a champion. He's a champion. He was moved up for a champion because Canelo didn't want to fight him. I don't know what kind of belt he got. They just made up a belt. All I'm saying is, Ness, you talking business. I understand business is a big part about prize fighting, but guess what? These fighters should still be fighting for legacy. I'm not gonna go sit here and duck a fighter like Doomy if he in that. No, I want to fight Doomy. I don't want to move past him. If he in my weight class, I need that fight, win or lose. Then we go on about our business. It's not over.
I gave you 2.5 counter punches for your one, champ. Just so you don't say that you don't get time. Go ahead, Doomy.
Candy Slim 501. And he says, CYP killed it today. Canelo WBA champ and middleweight. Him and Charlo would be a unification, like you said about Smith. Shit or get off the pot.
He also already unified, unlike Charlo, at 60 with Daniel, who was recognized at that division. Unlike Charlo, people saying this is his test at 60. First test at that. So, like, oh my God, why are we doing this? This is what I'm saying.
Fellas, remember, we got that show,
sad,
too.
so sad, so sad, man.
Off the rails. Real quick, Michael Benson.
I got a
tweeted out
counterpunch from...
ESPN.
Go.
Oh, I just want to tell y'all, Burchett and Valdez looks like it's set for December 12th. According to ESPN. So, great.
I mean, whatever. He ducked
Breaking news. The Charlo weigh-in's about to start, or should have about to start right now. Just a little breaking news.
We got a counterpunch from Mr. PBC.
Yeah, man. Tune in to the Charlos, man. And then if you ain't buying pay-per-view, it's because you're stupid. The Charlos, I got money on Rosario. I'm sorry. I feel Rosario. I've been watching a lot of his fights. I feel like he can pull off the upset. And, hey, Ness, man, I ain't never blocked no niggas. But damn, I did block a couple bitches, though. But that's my call.
I mean, what you insinuating, champ? We going to JT counterpunch.
Yeah, Ness, this should be my second counterpunch. I'm gonna take care of you after this, so we clear the numbers up. But all I'm saying is, I'm not trying to make this about everybody. Like, if you like a Canelo, you gotta hit against another fighter. I'm not like that. I like a lot of fighters. I like boxing. I like Bud. I like Errol. So I'm not gonna just hate on Bud because I'm an Errol fan, and I'm not gonna hate on Errol because I'm a Bud fan. Think about these Canelo fans; they hate on the next fighter, like, because that fighter might have your fighter number. That's what they did with Floyd and all that. I will finally give Canelo his respect if he step in there and fight opponents. Not just that I want to see, the fighters that he need to fight. It's like it's always some kind of narrative to fight him. But then they want to discredit Charlo when he step up and fight this guy. Not like perfect example. Oh, Charlo fighting a 34-year-old. What about when Canelo's fighting at 34, that 35-year-old? He got credit for that. So all I'm saying is don't downplay the pay-per-view numbers. It's not about the pay-per-view numbers, because a lot of, like, if we go back to sports and basketball, LeBron James is one of the top players. He played against minimum players on other teams. So
let me see here. CYP counterpunch.
Yo, people are saying a lot of things, man. People are saying beat Sergey convincingly, get Canelo on Triple G's attention. People are saying it's his first step up at 160. Are both of those true, or only the one that makes you feel good? Oh, it's his first step up at 160. Scream that 100 times. But also remember, if he beats Sergey convincingly, that's going to get their attention. Both of those are true, my man. Both of those are true. And lastly, you definitely cannot super chat if you were blocked. I just looked it up while y'all was doing all that talking. See, I research, I study, because I like being right.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You can super chat. You can super chat. I could not super chat because I was blocked. I was unblocked today.
You literally super chatted counterpunch. You literally did that, and then
today.
But that's what I'm telling you.
After I called in. After I called in on the new number. After I called in.
That is more than your time allotted for a counterpunch. I can't with him. He just doesn't understand.
I can settle
you know
this,
what it
Ness.
is? I don't want you to sell it. He just doesn't know how to correlate the two things, right? That today he's asking the question. It doesn't mean because you asked today, are you blocked or unblocked, that the unblocking occurred today. He just can't get that through the skull.
The point you were trying to make is that he was saying he was still blocked. You were trying to say he wasn't. And then you said you can counterpunch. That proves that you're not blocked. But he didn't understand.
No, he doesn't listen. He doesn't listen. But anyway, that's the last caller. Got it. Oh, Stonebone. Boomerang.
What up? Yeah, Ness tried to. I came in late, man. He tried to sneak out of here without me, man. You ain't want to come to me, Ness?
I haven't even set up. Got you. I haven't even set up for the Teofimo show. I got to make the overlay and schedule it.
So I'll be quick, man. I see CYP coming for your head today.
Yeah. He love me, man. That's the love he got for me.
I mean, Skip got LeBron and you got CYP, so y'all be all right. Hey, look, that's why a lot of we've been wondering where fights are happening, why we haven't been. We just heard that they fighting on dates. We haven't been getting official placements because they are doing research. They doing their homework. They trying to see how. Just think about this. You still want to put your fighter in a position to satisfy whatever agreement you got with him. So if you can find a small crowd and make $1 million or something like that, that's real money. That's money that he could get, or you can give his opponent, or whatever, whoever the situation is. So I would love to see it in AT&T because, like I said, when you can hold 100,000 people, if you can do a 20% capacity, that's still 20,000 people or 25,000 people. You know what I mean? That's more than most fights will get anyway. So, and that's Earl. He already did 50. I'm pretty sure there's about 20,000 people that would happily socially distance and come in there and see him. I just watched the football game and they doing it. So hopefully they can get this done, man. Go ahead and get that TFMO together, man. Hey, and listen, man, quit telling people because they don't buy this pay-per-view they ain't real fans or they bad people. That's a lie, bro. Some of these same people gonna buy the Earl fight. That. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking to Selmo Foe. I'm talking to a couple other guys. I keep just hearing them say, I don't know if they talking to me because I said I don't know if I'm gonna buy it, but they like, oh, y'all got a job and y'all boxing fans. Why y'all ain't buying the fight? Dude, people got rent, people got kids, people got family, and like I said, an $80 pay-per-view at a $15 tier, that's 6 months of TBV. And some people willing to have 6 months of everyday shows and calling in and entertainment, and they would rather talk to you about the fight, and maybe you can get in some insight. So quit hating on our people that's with us, man. Like, I don't care how they watch the fight, bro. We ain't nobody on here, no millionaire. So let these people get their money, let them watch the fight however they can, and if they can pay for the fight, they will. So you ain't just because you shaming people, that ain't gonna make them say, these dudes saying I got a job, I gotta go buy the fight now. No, you making them dig in deeper and say, well, fuck this fight. You know what I mean? And that's what as black people, we got to stop pinning each other, fans against each other, and all we're gonna do is get a half of a fan base. But yeah, go on and get that TFMO show together, bro.
Yeah,
John
and the
Simpson's
weigh-ins
on
are
the
live.
Skype queue.
That might even affect the show with TFMO. The weigh-ins are live right now. Jonathan, I see you. Talk to me.
What's going on, TVB? I'll keep it brief. I like the fight in Texas. I'm cool with that. It just kind of shows you Earl's draw power because I feel like if Danny was fighting another champ, they'd probably fight at a neutral ground or even more catered towards his area. I will say this. I see both points about the Charlo thing, and I'm with you on the aspect of it's about the whole picture. So for me and everybody, I just say let's just see how the fight plays out. Let's see how the numbers do. Let's see how these boys perform. Then we can talk about what happened in the future because a week from now, we don't know what boxing can bring us. So let's just see what happens first. Then we talk about what's next. I mean, I think we're pulling the cart before the horse by putting these boys against Canelo before they even get done with their fight. Let's just see what happens. Then we can go from there. And that's my call, sorry.
Cheer. Thanks for that, Champy. And I mean, look, just gotta sit and wait, man, and hope for the best. I'm thinking 280. Yo, Mario, you rapping?
CYP counterpunch.
Listen, that stainless beat.
Hey, let's remember these facts. Triple G never ever did a pay-per-view, ever did a pay-per-view before he got Canelo. He didn't. He just not that kind of guy. But the way he was whooping people's ass all the way up to that made people want to see him fight Canelo. If Pacquiao didn't do numbers but had that same resume leading up to Floyd, people still wanted to see that man fight Floyd. It all depends if the man's a threat. If he's a threat. Here we go.
That was an accident. That was an accident. Even though it was fitting.
That's cool. And Ness, this is what I want to make a truce with you on the disrespect. I don't want to call you a bitch no more or no kind of name, but I don't want you cutting my damn calls off. If you don't cut my calls short, then I ain't gonna call you no bitch, and we could be two men who just have disagreement.
Absolutely,
that's a good deal for me.
Truce made.
All right, there we go.
Great. I love that.
There we go.
Truce made, my friend. Truce made. Listen, but you lied or you didn't know, and I'm googling right now But Gennady did 2 pay-per-views before Canelo, Champy. That's what I keep saying. He was a flopper at 170 per buy with David Lemieux and with Daniel Jacobs. Like, this is what I'm saying, dog. And this isn't even fucking Google, Papa. This is off the top of the dome. Leave it alone. Boxing is my only fucking
Yo, you
thing
shit
I love.
all over that Lemieux Triple G
Bro,
pay-per-view.
I always shit on pay-per-views that ain't worthy. This isn't worthy.
I know. That's what I'm trying to say is that consistency.
That wasn't worthy. I didn't mean this
give it
isn't
to you.
worthy. I said that wasn't worthy. This wasn't worthy. Yo, but we got to go. Fucking Brandon, what up? We ain't going nowhere. I got to fucking piss too, man. I'm leaving y'all. Go ahead, Brandon.
If you gotta go, man, don't worry about it.
Nah,
Just,
you good.
keep
You
up the
good.
work.
You good. That's what they're here for.
Oh shit! As far as the topic go, man, I'm happy it's getting some crowd. You know, any sense of normalcy we get in this world these days is good with me. So, man, like I said, I miss the way shit used to be, going on vacations and traveling and shit. This pandemic put a hindrance on that. So, like I said, any sense of normalcy, we get crowds, full capacities, man. The sooner the better. But that's my call. Y'all have a good one.
That's what's up, Brandon. Hey, make sure that you tell Vin Diesel riding next to you to just chill. I can hear that car going.
What's the price tag on that? Yo, Triple G. Yo, boxing expert, real quick, says Triple G versus Brooks was a pay-per-view. See, yeah, I mean, so what were they? What were you guys saying? What the Triple G had a pay-per-view before he had one with Canelo, right?
Yeah. I didn't.
And a couple.
I didn't catch what CYP said.
Yeah.
I didn't catch what he said right at the beginning. So then when he said what he said about Canelo Triple, I didn't understand the point because like I couldn't hear it clearly. But then Ness came back and said something, but I don't know if that was the point he was making. I don't know. I don't want to put any words in people's mouths. So that's why I don't want to argue one point or the other. But Triple G did have those.
Yeah, I thought it was that he said that he didn't have any pay-per-views until Triple G, but he did have them with Lemieux and Jacobs. I think that's what the point was.
Exactly, and I took it as successful. Like I thought he meant like, oh, he didn't have any successful pay-per-views to the Canelo, but I didn't hear what he said. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't want to even react to it. But then Ness said what he said, so I was like, oh wait, maybe he did say whatever. But I'm not gonna put no words in people.
And
he did have those pay-per-views.
And like how could you change the venue at the last moment? Going back to this Texas Stadium, kind of rumor, right? Because it's something that is possible. Maybe the fight going to AT&T.
What do you mean change though?
Yeah, but wasn't it scheduled to be at Staples?
They didn't really have it set.
No?
Yeah, they never because it was. At first, they said it was into the bubble in Connecticut. That was the rumor.
Yeah.
But PBC came right out, or somebody from PBC came out and said, "Nope, we're not
So
doing
there was
that."
no- so
And they
there
were
was
saying
no
Staples.
Yeah.
No, there was never any solid. There was never any solid place, and that's
They just
why
had potential places that they could go,
Exactly.
like Vegas, or maybe they could do it at Staples, but there was no concrete. We're going here.
But what's the fight date though?
The 21st of November.
I mean, yeah, I just say to myself, how much planning do you need to put on a show like that? So it's like, I thought it was already solid. It's like, all right.
Doomy, remember when John Jones popped or whatever happened with his test and they moved it from Vegas to...
I got the Davidian. I got the Davidian coming through Niagara Falls.
Lego.
Yo, what's good, TBV? I just wanted to say great show as always. It's funny hearing Ness and CYP, but now I'm just excited like everybody else. I'm glad boxing is kind of back, and the whole thing with Errol Spence, that's my favorite fight. That's like one of my favorite fighters. So I'm excited to see him, and people actually in the crowd, so yeah, that's gonna be sweet. And I don't want to forget about Danny because he's sweet too. So yeah, I'm just excited. Got the Charlo twins. I think they're gonna show out. So yeah, we'll see. All right, that's my call.
All right.
Yo, remember we do have a show at 12 o'clock
Word is
Eastern.
born. Yo, Boxing Expert, you got to that?
Oh shit, we 30 minutes.
I know. You got to Boxing Expert?
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
About
Doomie did.
GGG?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was wrong though. That was a UK pay-per-view, not US pay-per-view. That was HBO free UK pay-per-view on Sky. Did y'all get to CYP's counterpunch?
Nope.
CYP.
Yo. I was wrong about some pay-per-views because they weren't big. I totally forgot about those. That's my fault. But it proves my point. 153 and 170 did not stop Canelo and Triple G from doing $1 million. That the opponent is what matters. It's how he performed against them dudes is what matters, not the numbers. Everybody knew Triple G wasn't going to do much. It's okay. That's his business. How much money they make on their own is their business. But what you can do with your opponent is HBO's, it's Showtime, it's his own business. If they can take a dude to do 150 and take him to $1 million, they can take the Charlos at 150 and do $1 million. It's happened. Triple G and his pay-per-views did not matter because Triple G was a valuable primetime opponent. Let's get this popping. All luck to Lions only so they can get this fight made. I want to see the best fight the best. CYP out.
That's wrong. That's wrong again. So what happened was Triple G flopped twice, and that's why he had to shame Canelo to get the fight. And because he publicly shamed Canelo more than once, and Canelo dropped the belt, it helped the mystique and allure of Triple G, who was already known as a devastating puncher. So when he got in the ring, he's like, yo, give me my belt. I want to fight. And Canelo's like, yo, okay. Like, what he said, something about, no mames, whatever. And like he said some shit in Spanish about Gallos and how he was going to fight him. That was bullshit. He didn't fight him, right? Triple G shamed him again. And then the WBC said, no, you got to fight him. Then Canelo dropped the belt, still didn't fight him, okay? Then came back and fought him. That is what helped that because it gave the public a reason to believe that Triple G was really a threat. Canelo gave the allure that he was afraid and that Triple G was really this machine. And again, Triple G had to shame Canelo. Laura had to shame Canelo. Shane Mosley had to shame Floyd. Like sometimes,
isn't that what he was saying though?
Sometimes you got to do that. No, he's saying that Triple G flopped and he got the fight because regardless, dynamic, which he's partially right. Like, yes, fighters need each other, but there was so much built. You remember you had Gennady beating up people on HBO and Lampley basically saying that Canelo was ducking. Remember, that's why they got mad. Like, I'm telling you, but CYP's back.
Yo, I don't know how many. I mean, I know y'all like Brian Manello, but what are they saying, Mario? I'm gonna talk to you, Mario. Do me. What are they saying? Are they saying that if they do big numbers, that's gonna push the Canelo fight? Or are they saying if he handles Sergey Devinchenko better than Jacobs, better than Triple G, then he should get the fight? Which narrative are they pushing? I want to know. They're not pushing, big numbers means he gets the fight. They're pushing, it's a step-up opponent at 160. If he handles this dude who's the top opponent, that will get their attention. Nobody in the business is talking about numbers equal Canelo. Nobody's saying that. We're pushing that narrative today just so we can have something to talk about negative when both these dudes come out victorious. That's what we do a lot on TVV, and that's why I'm a stablemate here, to push the real narrative when people push them bullshit narrative. Now go ahead and say I'm lying, just like usual. CYP, hopefully all the way out.
Well, that was the point too that you had made earlier that I was saying from yesterday. It's like I don't want to I don't want to make it sound like, oh, I'm trying to protect bad numbers, because that's not what it is. What I'm saying is that it doesn't really matter. Like, either way, it doesn't matter what the numbers are. People are going to shit on them no matter what, because people either really, really love them or really, really hate them. And that's just not fair. And so I get what you're saying. And that goes back to the analogy about Super Bowl. You win the fight. Like, we want to see the best versus the best, not the best numbers versus the best numbers.
What I could say about that real quick is that, look, at the end of the day, if you have a Charlo and you're a promoter, you know what you got. All right. So I get when CYP's saying like, oh, it's, the numbers are not going to drive the Canelo fight, but you got to understand that those numbers are still very important.
But
and
what
they
else
are, and they
drives
are
the
gonna
fight?
and they are going to factor in. So when you say that, regardless of the numbers, he still can get that fight because, Charlo is who he is, and we know what he's bringing. And we know that if we bring him into a better dancing partner, those numbers could very much change. I'm not going to hold Charlo to low numbers and say that he's not going to be a spectacular number drawer if he goes up against Canelo. It's just you can't compare that like that. But the numbers are still important, and they are going to they're going to factor in when you're a promoter and you're trying to put this next big fight up.
Absolutely.
Boxing expert says, Ness, Canelo dropped the belt because Gennady wanted a percentage, just like Chala. But he still made the fight. Look it up. Chala at 30 doesn't have a name. Yo, that's everybody. We got to go. Ness GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Peace.
At Mario Mogi on Twitter, at Mario Mogi on Instagram. Peace.
Next to Sports Talk on IG and Twitter. Yeah.
You catch me on IG, Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ, TikTok, forget about it, and Twitter, AlexLinusTBV. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and that bell. If it ain't shaking, you ain't baking with us in the morning or any other time, we're live. And we'll be back.
Yo, you funny as hell talking about TikTok, forget about it. But why even mention it then, man? Yo.